St. Cloud is not able to get it out. Over into the corner. A little more than 4 minutes gone. Opening period, and we are scoreless until now.
Their puck play.
Now Madeline Lewis is battling Brecklin Ellingson, and here's a shot and
Katie Bergeron back into the Alexandria end. Now Peyton Revering had it. She lost it. And
here, Longnecker trying to make ball, fix that up, sending it toward the right wall. Now Anna Quinta will go for it. Centering pass, a one-timer. They'll send it up toward her line mate Quinn Hills. Hills up the left side, working in. Firing a save lead. Scramble, the puck squirts back behind the net. Now bringing it out front. Here's a shot and a goal! Oh, beautiful one-timer in front. Nice reach off the back wall. Maintain control of the puck, but it's going to be taken here by Wyzetta. Centering attempt into the slot area gets broken up. Emily Doherty trying to skate out with it, but now Russo has it. She'll fire, save made, and oh my. Doherty comes in as well. Doherty gains possession of the puck. Back on top. Peyton Revering will try to fire and a tip in and now a little more than 10 minutes into today's game. Alexandria with a 1-0 lead in the varsity contest. Alexandria coming into this game at 9-4, coming in at 10-4. Here's Tegan Cullen firing. Yeah, and some of the other names that might stand out. Here's a power play opportunity for the Alexandria Cardinals as Noelle Noble is off. Now Tegan Cullen fires and it's tipped. 4 or 5 o'clock, it's in the afternoon. So, oh, here's a good start. Cullen will feed it up ahead, but it gets turned over. Here comes St. Cloud, a 2-on-0. Here's a shot and a goal. It's about a half an hour away from starting its postseason. And for the Lady Cardinals, they hope it's a lengthy postseason. It will be a maximum of 3 games if Alexandria can navigate its way to a state tournament berth. Moorhead is the defending Section 8 AA champions. The Spuds await the winner of tonight's head-to-head matchup between Alexandria and Buffalo. We look forward to bringing you the play-by-play of high school girls hockey coming your way at the top of the hour on KXRA Radio, and you can also watch tonight's broadcast on the Voice of Alexandria streaming channel on YouTube. We welcome you to Old National Bank Arena inside the Prime West Health Runestone Community Center in our Jutner Motors pregame show. Let's introduce the people that are helping to bring you tonight's broadcast. First of all, we've got Jackson as our KXRA radio studio engineer back at Master Control. And then on site inside the Prime West Health RCC, our videographer, the person behind the scenes tonight is JP Boleen, our videographer for the YouTube coverage. And then the 2 people that will be describing tonight's game include myself, Dave McClurg, aka DMAC, and my broadcast partner is JJ, Jeff James, on site for this evening's game. And Jeff, I know for you, I believe it's going to be a first look at the Buffalo Bison. These teams played each other on December 6th. Alexandria came back from a 2-goal deficit to win that game by a final score of 4-3. And I know that both teams have had their share of success since then. I think for Alexandria, maybe a little more widespread, because at that point, I believe Alexandria elevated its record to 6-3 on the year, and since then I believe the Cardinals have won 12 games on the schedule, going 18-5-1 to win the conference title.
Absolutely, and they've been playing some really good hockey here as of late, DMAC. I mean, these girls are really peaking at the right time, if you ask me. So it's going to be a super exciting section playoff tournament here for me.
And, you know, in my mind, I think the section really has a lot of balance. I know two teams that have been in the section in years gone by are not here, that being the St. Cloud Crush and the Sartell Sauk Rapids Storm and Sabres. They actually make up part of the field in Section 6A. And interesting to note, both of those teams are off tonight. St. Cloud has the number 1 seed in that section, with the defending section champion Fergus Falls being seeded number 2. So Fergus and Sartell Sauk Rapids will play each other on Tuesday night in a semifinal game, and St. Cloud also has an opening round bye. But in my mind, the 6 teams that are left in this section, I think all have a lot of different assets that they bring to the ice arena. And honestly, while we would anticipate that the home teams tonight are going to win the quarterfinal round games, it is not an ironclad guarantee.
Right. I mean, you talk about Roseau and Brainerd up there. I mean, I honestly think that either one of those teams, you know, I know it's a little bit cliche when you say anything can happen in the playoffs, but I truly believe this year anything can happen in the playoffs. You come out and you start slow and you're having to battle back. It could be one of those situations where you don't always mark up the home team or the top seed as the winner right away in your bracket. But I really do have a lot of faith in Alexandria, because I feel like they've come in doing the right things. Probably, again, you know, not just being biased, but I think some of their best hockey since, you know, the season started. They've been really playing well here as of late, especially with that grueling January that they had.
Yeah, no doubt. That was a month where Alexandria played Fergus Falls 2 times. You know, going into the month, Alexandria and Fergus Falls were the teams leading the way in the conference, and then the Otters ended up taking, I believe, 3 defeats, including 2 to Alexandria, but it also included the 2-game set with the Moorhead Spuds. And,
right.
You know, I think it was really impactful that, you know, part of that season close for Alexandria was to get a win on this ice against Moorhead last week. That led me to believe that maybe Alexandria should be one of the contenders for a section title.
Oh, I think no doubt. I really do. I mean, I know that they split those 2 games with Moorhead, but that was a pretty decisive game in my mind, you know, when they played them last week. So, and then having a grudge match with Bemidji. You know, those are 2 of the top teams in the section, and I think you have to throw Alexandria right in there with those 2 names.
How impressed were you over the 18-5-1 regular season that the Alexandria Lady Cardinals were able to put together?
Yeah, very impressed, because not only is it a really good record, but it also it had a lot of good teams in there. You know, and some of their losses, you know, were to very quality teams out of the cities as well, but I don't think you can look at that record and say, oh, they just played a bunch of, you know, they played a cupcake schedule and they're not legit. I don't think you can say that about the Alexandria Cardinals.
No, and keep in mind with that 18-5-1 record going into the postseason here, the first 2 defeats were the first 2 games of the year, so Alexandria's only had 3 losses since then.
Right.
And ironically, 3 of those defeats were in the city of Moorhead. So,
right.
You know, other than that, they had a 1-goal loss to Wayzata late in regulation here. Wayzata really has put together a nice year. And then Roseau, you know, a perennial rival for Alexandria, that was a 1-goal overtime loss. So, you know, Alexandria is not that far away from being a 20-win team, but should be a fun matchup. And, Jeff, it's great to have you here tonight.
Yeah, it's great to be here, D-Mac. I'm excited for the playoff season to kick off.
And we look forward to bringing you the call. I anticipate tonight's game will start right at the top of the 7 o'clock hour. The Alexandria boys hockey team had some success on this sheet of ice earlier. Alexandria came back from a 1-goal deficit after 2 periods and edged Brainerd 3-2. So the Cardinals were able to gain some revenge following a 2-0 loss up at Brainerd last week. Again, Alexandria's boys hockey team, the varsity, into the winner's circle here after the victory against Brainerd earlier tonight. So Alexandria's girls hockey team is looking to defend its home ice, and the Lady Cardinals are about 20 to 25 minutes away from doing that, as they'll attempt to get one more true home victory before the winner of this game heads to Moorhead on Saturday. Thanks to all of the boosters of our Alexandria Cardinal sports coverage for bringing you tonight's broadcast of Section 8AA Girls Hockey from inside the Prime West Health Runestone Community Center. Special thanks to Jutner Motors for being the presenting sponsor of tonight's pregame show. Our first break during the Jutner Motors pregame is ahead. When we return to the Prime West Health Runestone Community Center, you'll hear my conversation with the head coach of the Alexandria girls hockey team, Molly Aroa, following this timeout.
Being locally owned here at the Culvers of Alexandria, Charles Johnson and myself, John Loomis, are very proud to be a part of the community. We enjoy the time we get to spend here, the memories we've made, and we're excited to see you after the game when you need to refuel.
Go Cardinals!
What's your number?
We've driven 57 miles 6 times for a great deal at Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
Better water starts with EcoWater. Get started today and discover EcoWater's products and expertise for the perfect solution. Visit WeFixWaterMN.com with offices in Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Glenwood, and Morris.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. I'm looking for people who have experience and are willing to work hard. For those that do, you can earn up to 6 figures working for my company. Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
First Western, you can bank on us.
When you come to Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill, you can count on great food, over 30 beers on tap, and a creative drink menu.
Come join us today at Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill in Alexandria.
Good service, good friends, and a great place to eat.
Get great service at Alexandria Motors. Serving your family for generations and generations to come. Stop in for a great deal on your next vehicle. Alexandria Motors. One low price, plain and simple, always.
A broken tooth? Fixed in one appointment? Yes, we do that at Dental Health Associates with our CEREC crowns. We'll fix your tooth in one appointment, which means less time off work, less time away from your family, and more convenience for you. You're in and out in one visit.
What's your number?
We drove 25 miles to get a great deal at Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
I see generations who are passionate about what they did. I hope that I can leave a legacy of compassion for people and love for family and friends.
Welcome back to the Prime West Health Runestone Community Center as we bring you our Jutner Motors pregame show out in front of high school girls hockey. The second season begins tonight for the Central Lakes Conference champion Alexandria Cardinals. Alexandria is at home to challenge the Buffalo Bison. This is one of 2 quarterfinal games going on in the section tonight. The winner is guaranteed a road trip to the Moorhead Sports Center on Saturday to play in the section semifinals. Our pregame coaches' comments feature is being brought to you by Alamere Health, and my guest right now is Molly Arola, the head coach of the Lady Cardinals. Molly, it turns out the last week of the regular season was really an important week. You had 2 makeup games to go along with a regularly scheduled game up at Bemidji, and out of all that, your team went 2-0-1. I know the non-victory was up at Bemidji 1 week ago tonight, but as you kind of look back, you know, you had the opportunity to clinch the outright conference title with a win in Fergus Falls. Mission accomplished, and then you come back home less than 24 hours later, beat a very good Moorhead team. But how important was it to post the results that your ladies did last week?
Absolutely. We're happy with last week, starting with Monday and capturing that 4-peat of the CLC and then turning around and taking on Moorhead and got a big win there, and then hitting the road on Thursday against a really good Bemidji team and ended up tying. And so, we're really happy with last week and hopefully that we can continue that same momentum. But last week is last week. It doesn't mean anything now. Like you said, its second season starts today, and we're really excited for the opportunity.
I know that basically all 24 of the regular season games were the audition test to lead up for the final exam here, known as the section tournament. But what was different at home against Moorhead? Because 12 days earlier, Moorhead beat Alexandria up at their place. I think that was a 4-1 game, yet your team got the whitewash against the Spuds last week.
Yeah, I think we just had a different mentality. This group has been really relentless all year, and they're starting to believe in each other throughout this whole January stretch. It's been a crazy stretch for us with lots of games and road games and not a ton of practices, and so this group has found their identity as of late, and we're just as good as anybody in our section, and we want to stay in the state too, and so we have a lot of things that we still want to accomplish, and this group is very determined and relentless in that aspect, and we're just excited again to hopefully keep proving that.
It turns out the regular season finale up at the Bemidji Community Arena had both teams with identical records, so maybe it's not a big surprise that it ended up being a tie, but the fact that only 2 goals were scored in 59 minutes, how surprising was that, Molly? Because I know that your team has a reputation of putting goals in the back of the net. Bemidji does as well.
Yeah, both goaltenders played really well for both teams, and so that was huge. Vicky played so well for us too, and Bemidji goalie played well too. We had a lot of scoring opportunities, especially in the first period, and goaltender came up big, but also we got to learn to capitalize on those too. But to have a 1-1 game between two top teams, and it was good. It was a great defensive game as well, and maybe we're just saving all those goals to start tonight.
I don't want to nitpick about the game inside the game, but I believe Bemidji's lone score came with about 3 minutes to go, and they had a player advantage. I noticed in the box score, I think Alexandria had 5 minors for 10 minutes last week. Did that come back to bite your team a little bit late in regulation?
A couple of them were a little questionable calls, but it is what it is, and so we had a couple calls that rightfully so were kind of lazy on our part, and so that's what happens. But we had a great penalty kill, we really did. Obviously not good enough on that last one where they were able to tie it up late in the game, but those happens, and it was a great learning moment too for us as we hit the stretch here.
Bailey Roop is a player that you have to be concerned about for one more academic year as she is in her junior year. I think she's been playing varsity. This might be her 4th or 5th season, but really one of the top players in the state of Minnesota. I would think if she stays healthy next year, she could be a Miss Hockey, candidate for that special honor. But what did your team do to kind of neutralize how potent she can be?
We played very good defensively. We played physical, and we stayed on her and tried not to give her too much time and space. And so, everybody for our team just played a great game defensively and knew when she was on the ice and everything. But, we also played really well too. And so our girls played really well. Bailey's, a heck of a player, like you said, top player in the state. But we're ready for that. We love those challenges, and like I said, hopefully we can keep carrying that momentum into tonight.
Our guest right now is the head coach of the Alexandria varsity girls hockey team, Molly Arola. Her Lady Cards are at home inside Old National Bank Arena at the Prime West Health Runestone Community Center for a game against the Buffalo Bison. It is a winner-go-home type game. The team that prevails tonight gets to play in the section semis on Saturday. The team, obviously, that does not prevail has its season come to an end. I do want to ask Molly about how things unfolded for Section 8 AA seating. You had the opportunity to do the coaches vote, I believe, after Saturday's games wrapped up, because I think Moorhead and Roseau actually played each other on Saturday. What were your impressions when you saw the seating come out the way it did?
I assumed we'd probably get 3. We were hoping to maybe sneak in a little bit at 2. But you know what, I'm not really one to look too deep into them. You got to beat them anyways. Just might take different route to get there. So, we're not looking at it. We're just trying to take it one day at a time, and we got to focus on tonight.
It turns out that Buffalo and Alexandria had the one head-to-head meeting against each other almost 2 months ago to the day. We were here to broadcast on Saturday, December 6th. In my mind, I think that was one of the more important victories of the year for your team because, one, it came against a section rival, and 2, your team overcame a 3-1 deficit in the third period. What do you recall about that game?
Yeah, the 3-1 deficit for sure. We did not play very well at all, to be honest. We had a little mental mistakes, and beginning of the season, that's what happens. But it was fun to have our girls, climb back up that ladder in the third period to tie it up and come away with a win. But Buffalo works hard. They always play us really well. They have a great goaltender. She's big. And then they have, 3-4 girls that can score goals and skate well. So we're going to have to be ready to go, and we're prepared. And so we're just excited again to have that opportunity.
How would you sum up the progression of the season since your team played Buffalo? Because I think Alexandria played another 17 games after that, but the numbers don't lie. I think the Lady Cardinals have just 2 defeats since facing Buffalo. One was the following Saturday against Roseau, and the other one was January 15th up at Moorhead. Why did the team take off the way it did?
Yeah, we're a completely different team from the first time we played Buffalo. Us coaches watching that game film over the last week, and it's pretty cool to see how far we've come and the things that we've grown in, and that's really important. It's huge and has boosted our confidence tremendously, and so that's important. But like I said, it's a new season, and we just have to be ready to go because it's do or die, and you get down a 3-1 deficit again late in the third in a section game. You never know what could happen, so we can't bank on that. And we're excited to show how far we've come to since then, but in the same breath, Buffalo has grown too. They play a really hard schedule. They're in a really tough conference, and so we know that they play tough teams all year long, and so they're going to be coming for us too.
Molly, what have been the emphasis with you and Jeff and Pat with the girls basically having about a week to prepare for the postseason? What are some of the things that you and the coaches have been stressing? Yeah, just making hockey plays, finding ways to score. We do a good job of putting pucks on net, but at this point, they got to be quality. We got to make the most of every opportunity we get. And then we just got to be tough defensively and making sure that we're doing the little things, because one wrong mistake could go the wrong way, and so we just got to be smart, do the little things, and hopefully we have some fun tonight. I know this might sound a little bit cliche-ish, but how important is getting the early lead in this game, considering the magnitude of what is at stake? If you don't prevail, your season comes to an abrupt end. Absolutely. I think you make a great point. We have to score early. We do. And hopefully we're the first one on the board and the only ones on the board. So it's going to be really important for our confidence, our energy level, and momentum to get on the board first tonight. Health-wise, do you have everybody available that you want to have available for the first game of hopefully a number in the postseason? Yeah, we got our full squad ready to go tonight. Excellent. Molly, as always, we appreciate the opportunity to visit with you. I would be tickled to have the opportunity to travel up to Moorhead to visit with you again at the Moorhead Sports Center, but your ladies have some work to do. Good luck tonight. Thanks, D-Mac. Appreciate it. There is the head coach of the Alexandria girls hockey team, Molly Arola. Our special guest is part of our Alamere Health Coaches Comments. Again, presented to you by Alamere Health. It's better here. And we are coming to you from inside Old National Bank Arena at the Prime West Health Runestone Community Center. Just a few minutes away from the start of tonight's playoff game. Again, it's win or go home for the Buffalo Bison and the Alexandria Cardinals. One of these teams will extend its season. The other team will have its season come to an end. The other quarterfinal game in Class AA Section 8 tonight actually had an early start. 6 o'clock game up in Roseau tonight. And the Rams, the number 4 seed, are hosting the number 5 seed, Brainerd Little Falls. The winner of that game will play at Bemidji on Saturday. The winner of this game between Alexandria and Buffalo will travel to Moorhead to play the Spuds on Saturday. I did receive confirmation from Moorhead High School girls hockey coach Ryan Kraft and activities director Dean Haugo. The game on Saturday will be a 6 p.m. start at the Moorhead Sports Center. If Alexandria is involved in that matchup, we will have the play-by-play on our Leighton media platforms, including KXRA Radio and the Voice of Alexandria streaming channel on YouTube. That will do it for our pregame show, brought to you by Jartner Motors of Alexandria. Now on our Leighton media platforms, including KXRA Radio and the Voice of Alexandria streaming channel, we enjoy these words from our boosters of Cardinals sports coverage.
Join life at the lake and work for a growing company that offers rewarding careers and cares about your well-being. Agard. We build cool machines and are hiring for multiple positions across the organization. Plus, no-cost health benefits for you and your family.
A successful win isn't about the score. It's about what you put into the game. If a successful win matters to you on the purchase or sale of your property, hard work matters to me. Todd Whiting, Century 21, 766-2200.
Hi, I'm Dr. Emma.
And I'm Dr. AJ. We're the dentists at the Alexandria Dental Clinic, where advanced care meets a family-first approach.
From cosmetic dentistry and Invisalign to restorative work and pediatric care.
Alexandria Dental Clinic, your smile's new best friend.
Hi, Carl Qualley with Qualley Real Estate. Our business approach is based on what we call the 4 E's: experience, expertise, ethics, and energy. Qualities that led us to be voted best real estate company 3 years in a row. Find your real estate coach at Qualley Real Estate, where we protect your money.
At ALP Utilities, we're proud to be a community-owned public power and water utility. That means local decisions, reliable service, and reinvesting in Alexandria. From classrooms to sidelines, we're proud to be a part of the moments that bring our community together.
Carlson Music Center, downtown Alexandria. Yamaha pianos and new unused equipment. Lessons and instruction. Learn from the best, piano and voice to guitar and violin. Carlson Music Center, for all your musical needs in Alexandria.
The Tradesman Construction has built a rich history as being the premier, most referred, full-service general contractor in the area. They are a proud supporter of all Alexandria Cardinal teams. Find them online at tradesmanconstruction.com.
Getting in and out of the pharmacy is easy with Trum Drug's app, RX Local. Download the app, choose Trum Drug as your pharmacy, use it for medication refills and reminders. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
When you want your closing to go as smooth as possible, ask for Integrity Title. We may be a bit obsessed about our jobs and the details that go into it, but that's what makes us such a good choice for your real estate closing. Ask for Integrity Title, the title closing geeks.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. I'm looking for experienced, hardworking people to join my company. When you work for us, you'll be home every night, no overnight hotels. Give me a call and visit my website, because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
From inside Old National Bank Arena at the Prime West Health Runestone Community Center in Alexandria, the Alexandria Cardinal Girls playoff hockey is on the air. Thanks for joining us this evening on the Voice of Alexandria streaming channel on YouTube. We also appreciate you checking us out in the traditional manner on People Radio, KXRA Alexandria, 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, 105.7 FM, audio as well through the Voice of Alexandria app, powered by Mission Mechanical, Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning. We have Jackson as our KXRA radio studio engineer, and on site our videographer this evening is JP Boleen, and the commentators for tonight include Jeff James, my broadcast partner, and myself, Dave McClure. We'll introduce the starting lineups here. First of all, for the visiting Buffalo Bison, Ryan Huddy is the head coach, and this is the starting six that he'll have on the ice. That will include senior goaltender Tessa Qualley. Her record is 5-10-1 on the year. Goals against average, a very respectable 2.85, playing in the Lake Conference, and her save percentage is .902. The defensive partners in front of her to start tonight will include sophomore Lucy Sloan, an 8-point scorer with 1 goal and 7 assists, And then Piper Stadola. Stadola is a junior who's got 4 points this year, including 3 assists and 1 goal. The forward line for Buffalo tonight will be centered by Sierra Dixon, a sophomore who's an 8-point scorer with 4 goals. And then on the wings, you'll have Avery Corbin on one wing, a senior who's the team's leading goal scorer at 12, and she also is tops on the team in points, or actually second high on the team in points with 16. She has 4 helpers to go along with her 12 goals. And then Auden Molesky will be on the ice at the start for Buffalo. She is also an upperclassman, a 9-point scorer with 4 goals and 5 assists. Buffalo went 1-7-2 in the Lake Conference. That one win was in the regular season finale against North Wright County last Thursday night in Buffalo. The Bison's overall record is at 7 wins, 13 defeats, and 5 ties. Interesting to note, in the last 11 games, Buffalo has actually won or tied 7 of those 11 games, going 2, 4, and 5 since December 22nd. The Alamere Health starting lineup for the Alexandria Cardinals includes senior Victoria Myers in goal. Her record is identical to the team's record, 18-5-1, a goals against average of 1.44 and a save percentage of .931. The defensive partners in front of her will include sophomore Danica Waldorf, a 7-point scorer with 2 goals and 5 assists, and Tegan Cullen, a junior, a 16-point scorer with 9 goals and 7 assists. The forward line on the ice at the start includes 3 really good scorers for Alexandria, centered by sophomore Emily Doherty. She leads the team in points with 32. She also is tops on the team in goals with 17 to go along with the 15 helpers. Maya Dutton is on one wing, a sophomore, 31-point scorer. She leads the team in assists with 19 to go along with the 12 goals. And then senior captain Jersey Severson is on the other wing, 18-point scorer with 9 goals and 9 assists. Molly Arola is the head coach of the Alexandria Lady Cards. The back-to-back Central Lakes Conference champions 4 years running for the Alexandria girls hockey team, which went 11-0 in the Central Lakes Conference, and the overall record entering the section tournament, 18-5-1. The Lady Cardinals have the best record among the 4 teams competing in Section 8AA tonight. Your lineups were brought to you by Alamere Health. It's better here. We're about to have the presentation of our national anthem presented by Carlson Music Center of Alexandria. For any and all of your music needs, visit online at carlsonmusiccenter.com. carlsonmusiccenter.com. And now, the Star-Spangled Banner. Our national anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner, presented to you during our late media presentations by Carlson Music Center of Alexandria. For your students' music needs, including voice lessons, you can find out more by visiting online at carlsonmusiccenter.com. Keys to the game are being driven by Alexandria Motors. Together, let's drive with Alexandria Motors. First of all, keys for the visiting Buffalo Bison. Coach Ryan Huddy has stressed to me ahead of time, we need to play each of the 17 minutes per period, play a full period. He thought when his team came up to Alexandria and got the 3-1 lead in the third period on December 6th, he felt that his team let off the gas a little bit, and Alexandria had that stirring comeback to win 4-3. He would like to see his team close out the third period by playing a full 17 minutes and then obviously do that in the 2 earlier periods and then obviously play with some energy tonight. Meanwhile, Malearola stressed during the pregame show, try to find that first goal and play from ahead and force the visitors who don't score a lot of goals to come back in this game and then obviously get a lot of quality shots and finish some of those off. The opening face-off went into the Buffalo end, and now Maya Dutton handles the puck. She'll give it to Jersey Severson. Severson will backhand it into the offensive zone where Maya Dutton will go for it back behind the net. Now to Severson. Then the centering pass broken up here by Avery Corbin. Now Alexandria trying to maintain control. Tegan Cullen has it for Alexandria. She sends it across the slot area over to the right half wall, and Buffalo will clear it out of the zone, and it's going to go to the other end, and we have an icing 47 seconds into tonight's game. As you are watching on our YouTube channel tonight, Buffalo is wearing the dark colored jerseys, almost a dark purple, almost looks like a black colored jersey with the white numerals on the front and the back, and the word Buffalo on the front of the jersey with the white numbers on the sleeves as well. Alexandria has the home jerseys, the white breezers, red numerals, the word Cards on the front of the Alexandria uniform, and then the black breezers to go along with the white jersey tops. Now Buffalo's going to work into the Alexandria end. The second line of Violet Huddy, Senya Nimala, and Bridget Kodish is on the ice for the Bison. Alexandria counters with its line of Anna Corinta, Quinn Hills, and Bentley Cryle. Now the puck worked back into the Buffalo zone. The Bison try to redirect it out, and they will go past the blue line out into neutral ice. No score early on in tonight's Section 8 AA quarterfinal game. Buffalo coming in at 7-13-5 on the year. Alexandria 18-5-1. The Lady Cardinals' only tie during the season came in game number 24 last week at Bemidji to close out the regular season. Now we'll have a face-off outside of the Alexandria blue line or Buffalo's blue line after offside got called. Alexandria works the puck in. Now the Bison will try to carry it out, but Jersey Severson intercepts a pass. Cardinals try to track it down. Here is Emily Doherty handling it down in the left corner, and then it's poked off her stick, played out to the point. Now Peyton Revering will fire a shot, save made, and then Emily Doherty trying to collect, and it gets played back around. Now Casey Short will keep it in. Casey Short and now Tegan Cullen get back onto the ice as the D partners. Here's a shot by Short. That's into traffic. I believe the goaltender Tessa Qualley making the save there. Now Buffalo regains control, and the Bison will play it out into neutral ice. And I think we're going to have an icing call here on Buffalo, and we'll have a face-off coming back in the Bison zone. 14:31 is our time remaining in what to this point is a scoreless first period.
Yeah, and D-Mac Qualley made a real good save there. She's a very tall goalie, so she covers a lot of that net. Alexandria is going to need to do some shots, some rebounds, some crashing the net.
Now Buffalo able to win the draw. The Bison play the puck up to the blue line, but not out of the zone. So Alexandria is going to keep it in. Skylar Thorson backhands a pass deeper into the offensive end. Thorson's partnered up with Brooklyn Ellingson and Emma Basson for a forward line for Alexandria. Now the centering pass, Anna Corinta getting onto the ice here. And now Buffalo intercepts, and the Bison will cycle the puck around. Comes up towards Sierra Dixon, but she can't clear it out of the zone. Alexandria is going to keep it in. Centering pass intercepted here by Lucy Sloan. And again, Buffalo will work it up and now comes into the neutral zone. And Avery Corbin will cross center ice and slide the puck in. Buffalo will make a line change as Alexandria looks to move the other way. Corinta's line of Quinn Hills and Bentley Cryle now on the ice for Alexandria as we're 3.5 minutes into a scoreless first period. Buffalo works it ahead. Violet Huddy, the daughter of the head coach Ryan Huddy, carried the puck into the zone. Now it's poked off her stick, and a battle for possession as Bridget Kodish is trying to work it around. It's back behind netminder Victoria Myers. Myers has yet to see a shot from Buffalo in tonight's game. Here's a pass that gets played out by Corinta. It's going to go all the way to the other end. Too slow, though, and a backhander by Quinn Hills as she was able to get a shot, and that got sent wide. Again, Quinn Hills, a very good multi-sport athlete for Alexandria. Excellent cross-country runner, terrific distance, or actually track and field athlete in the spring, and she showed her speed on the ice there. Now Violet Huddy comes back the other way for Buffalo. She's kept wide by defenseman Claire Gimbel. Now Alexandria regains control of the puck. Jersey Severson has it, working her way through neutral ice, now into the offensive end. No scores. We're about 4.5 minutes into tonight's opening period at the Prime West Health Runestone Community Center. D-Mac and JJ Jeff James bringing you the play-by-play. Shot by Casey Short got blocked. Buffalo will play the puck out of the zone. Sent back in by Alexandria. Now defenseman Sally Schmidt will play it out for the Bison. Up through neutral ice. It's going to be redirected by Buffalo. Back into Alexandria's blue line core. And now worked ahead. Skylar Thorson will get it up to Emma Basson. Basson along the right side in the offensive zone. Stumbled. Now Thorson retrieves the puck. Trying to get it to Basson, but it's going to be intercepted here. Avery Corbin will skate with it, and she'll work her way up to the blue line, dropping it off now for Savannah Sobraski, and now it's going to be played by Alexandria. Casey Short trying to work her way in deep for the Cardinals. Still no score. First period, Section 8 AA Girls Playoff Hockey at the Prime West Health Runestone Community Center. Now Buffalo plays it up to neutral ice. Pass ahead, redirected by Alexandria. Now the Lady Cardinals try to gain control, but it will be Senya Nimala working into the Alexandria zone. Now the puck along the wall, cycled by Alexandria over to the left side. And now Quinn Hills trying to work for it here. Now defenseman Danica Waldorf trying to get possession of the puck over in the corner on the defensive side. Still no score first period. We've played a little more than 6 minutes of tonight's game inside the Prime West Health Runestone Community Center. Breakout here. Quinn Hills gets the puck to Bentley Kreil. She stumbled a little bit before she could get a shot off. Now the pass back out. It's going to be taken here by Emily Doherty, working in. Doherty from a tough angle as her shot saved by Tessa Qualley. Again, as you watch on our YouTube channel, Qualley Real Estate brings you the instant replays. Now keep in mind the spelling is different between the two. Kvale is the spelling of Qualley Real Estate. Tessa, the Buffalo High School goaltender, her last name is spelled with a Q. Quale. But they're both pronounced Qualley. Now Alexandria gains possession. Here is Tegan Cullen's shot. That got blocked by Auden Molesky. Now a centering pass goes across the slot area over into the corner. Alexandria will play it deep. Now it's going to be taken here by Gianna Horde. Horde trying to play it up the right half wall. Alexandria is going to keep it in. Maya Dutton will play it down low. Buffalo looks to regroup. Now the Bison will break out. Pass comes across the blue line. Now it's going to be Buffalo's Avery Corbin handling the puck. And now we've got a penalty, I think the first one of the night. And I think it's going to go on the Buffalo Bison.
No, it's going to go on Alexandria. Maya Dutton for a trip.
Yep. So she's going off, and Buffalo will have the first power play of this playoff game. The time of the infraction is 7:17 of the first period. Maya Dutton off for tripping, giving Buffalo the power play. So the Bison start with the puck in the Alexandria zone. On the ice for the power play, Piper Stadola. She's on the ice along with Violet Huddy. The Bison also have Sierra Dixon and Avery Corbin on the ice. And I believe player number 5 is Savannah Sobraski as your 5 skaters. Alexandria has for the penalty kill Brecklin Ellingson and Emily Doherty. Now Anna Carenta will step on to replace Doherty. And then the D partners on the ice include Tegan Cullen and also Brooklyn McPhail. Alexandria clears the puck to the other end as we move 8 minutes into the opening period here at the Prime West Health Runestone Community Center in Alexandria. Here comes Avery Corbin up the ice. She'll cross center ice. Now the puck given back to her. She'll work in left face-off circle. She's kept wide by Alexandria. Corbin looking to drop it off to Violet Huddy. Huddy trying to work in, but Alexandria plays the pass over to the right wall and back to neutral ice. Still about 50 seconds to go on the power play for Buffalo. Short-handed, Emma Basson works her way into the offensive zone. Basson and Emily Doherty, the two forwards on the ice right now. Claire Gimble and Casey Short are your two D partners. Buffalo regains control of the puck, now turns it over in the defensive zone. Now a centering pass intended by Basson for Doherty. Got broken up and Buffalo will regroup. Only 25 seconds remaining in the Bison power play. And again, Buffalo having some issues getting the puck out of its own end. Emily Doherty skates over to the right half wall and then drops it back down low. Quinn Hill's trying to dig for it. Now Buffalo regains control. Pass goes off of Sobransky's stick. Now taken in neutral ice by Anna Carenta. Carenta will skate in, weaving through a couple of defenders. Takes the shot as the save will be made by Tessa Qualley just as the Lady Cardinals get back to full strength.
Yeah, really, really good penalty kill there by the Cardinals. They just, they didn't allow Buffalo to get any kind of breakout going. Just hard work. Winning races to 50-50 pucks. Really good job there by the Cardinals.
I'm sure that Molly Arola would hope that Alexandria does not have to kill off additional penalties throughout the night, but the PK there was excellent for Alexandria. And if they need to do that, hopefully they can replicate that later on this evening. Now Alexandria works the puck out of its own zone. Lead pass ahead now to Maya Dutton. Dutton one-on-one, trying to locate the puck. It's broken up as Buffalo was able to chip at it with a couple of defenders back. Still no scores. We approach 10 minutes time elapsed here in the opening period at the Prime West Health Runestone Community Center. Dutton now working in, takes the shot. That got blocked by Hannah Rosso, one of the defensemen for the Bison. Now the puck along the left half wall. The Bison trying to play it forward. Now it comes back behind the net where it'll be taken here by Gianna Horde. Still no score on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard in this Section 8 AA Girls Hockey Playoff. Buffalo is seeded number 6. Alexandria is seeded number 3. Molly Arola's Lady Cardinals are the highest seeded team in the section to be playing on opening night of the playoffs. The top 2 seeds include number 1 Bemidji and number 2 Moorhead. They are awaiting winners in the section semifinal on Saturday. The winner of the game between Brainerd Little Falls and Roseau heads to Bemidji on Saturday. The winner of this matchup will play at the Moorhead Sports Center Saturday evening at 6 o'clock. Victoria Myers slows up a puck that comes her way. She still has not been required to make a save in nearly 11 minutes of play in tonight's game. Now Buffalo goes back to retrieve the biscuit in its own end. It comes over to Senya Nimala. She'll play it out of the zone, and now taking it is Tegan Cullen. Cullen will work into the offensive end with a burst of speed. She moves up. Backhander is saved by the goaltender Qualley. Now it gets played over to the right half wall and chipped out of the zone here by the Bison. Right now you've got Tegan Cullen and Brooklyn McPhail as your D partners on the ice, joined by forwards Emily Doherty along with Jersey Severson and Bentley Kreil. Now we've got Hensley Carlson stepping onto the ice as the puck works its way through the neutral zone and now played back in to the Buffalo end by Alexandria. Just over 5 minutes remaining first period. It's Alexandria nothing, Buffalo nothing. Our scoreboard updates tonight being brought to you by Glenwood State Bank. Now the Bison will work it over and now play it long ahead, and no icing here. Alexandria will have to go back and play the puck. Now the Cardinals have it in the defensive zone. Try that stretch pass, but that eludes everybody, and we'll have a stoppage with icing. Clock shows 4 minutes, 56 seconds to go in a scoreless first period.
You know, D-Mac, we talk about Vicky not seeing a lot of action down there, and that can be that can kind of be a disadvantage sometimes because you have to stay locked in, which I have no doubt she will for the playoffs here. But it's always nice to feel that puck on you a few times.
Yeah, so far she has not been required to make a save until now.
There we go.
Working in, Avery Corbin on the short side tried to jam it in against Victoria Myers, and Myers makes her first save of the game.
Positive jinx there.
Yes.
Positive jinx.
Yeah. Get some action there. So, again, our thanks to Quali Real Estate for bringing you the instant replay for our YouTube audience tonight. Now Alexandria breaks out. Brecklin Ellingson working up, sending it to the right side toward Emma Bass, and then she tried to pass ahead, and that got broken up. Alexandria chips it back in. Defenseman Piper Stadola has it, and now we're going to have a whistle, as I don't believe the Cardinals were able to clear the Buffalo zone, so we'll have a neutral zone face-off with 4:29 remaining in a scoreless first period. Our scoreboard updates tonight on our late media presentation being brought to you by Glenwood State Bank. Peyton Revering and Danica Waldorf are your 2D partners on the ice, joined by the forwards of Anna Carinta, Bentley Kreil, and Quinn Hills. Now Hills able to get a pass ahead to Kreil. Kreil trying to turn around in the slot area, but Buffalo poked the puck off the stick. Now it's going to be played up along the left half wall, and then the Cardinals will drop it back in deep. Now it's going to be played by Buffalo's Lucy Sloan over to the right side. The Bison worked the pass out, but now Anna Carinta comes in. Her shot got deflected by Sloan. Centering pass intercepted here by Niemela. She'll lead one ahead here to Bridget Kodish. Kodish going wide, working in, takes the shot. Save made. Rebound by the Violet Huddy, and that one bounced a little bit wide after being saved by Victoria Myers. So that was the Bison's best scoring sequence there in the entire first period. Again, Buffalo went a good 12 minutes or so without getting a shot, and Vicky Myers is a little more engaged in this game right now.
Right, and that's going to help her out. I mean, I know we don't want to see a ton of shots on her, but just to get her a little bit more into the game as a goaltender, you just want to be a little bit more focused.
Face off to the right of Myers, and the Cardinals do gain control. Tegan Cullen has it. Cullen and Brooklyn McPhail now the defensemen on the ice, along with the forwards Jersey Severson, Maya Dutton, and Emily Doherty. Doherty trying to leak through, and then the pass gets played back. Maya Dutton's shot goes wide. Doherty will track it down along the right wall, comes into the slot area. Shot goes on goaltender Tessa Qualley, who makes the save. Now it's going to be played here. Centering opportunity for Emily Doherty, but she got tied up and really could never get a clean shot on goal. Cardinals will play it a little bit deeper now. Buffalo regains possession. Clearing pass intercepted by Tegan Cullen. She'll work in, firing, and Qualley knocks it down and keeps the puck in front of her. The Qualley save is now going to be viewable on YouTube as Qualley Real Estate brings you the instant replay. Again, the spelling between the two a little bit different. The Qualley Real Estate instant replays, Kvale. Tessa Qualley's last name spelled with a Q, Quale. Now the face-off, and Buffalo comes away with the draw. Here comes Avery Corbin looking to play it up, but Claire Gimble intercepts. Now Corbin gets it back. She's going to send it up ahead now into neutral ice, and Anna Carinta intercepts, trying to get a lead pass ahead. We're approaching 2 minutes, time remaining first period. It's Alexandria nothing, Buffalo nothing on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. Win or go home, as this is now the start of the postseason for the Bison and the Cardinals. Buffalo, the lowest seed of the 6 teams in the section. Buffalo coming in at 7-13-5 on the year. All 5 of those ties have come in the last 11 games, when Buffalo actually went 2-4-5. Now back in the Alexandria zone. Here's Casey Short trying to work the puck ahead. Buffalo's Senya Niemela puts the shot on goaltender Victoria Myers, who makes the save. Now the pass back out to neutral ice. Taking it here is Piper Stadola. She'll send it ahead. Now Short redirects it over into Peyton Revering's vicinity. Up ahead now to Emily Doherty. We're down to 80 seconds to go in the period. Doherty working in. Right side, 1-on-4. Takes the shot. It does get through, and a save is made for Qualley. Now Maya Dutton has it. Her backhander goes a little bit wide. Now the puck over in the corner, kept in. Hensley Carlson will fire, and that's into traffic. Save made. Scramble, and the puck goes into the corner. Sierra Dixon will play it along the wall, and she'll actually carry it out into neutral ice. Now it's intercepted by Jersey Severson, who sends it back in. Stadola will now look to redirect it for Buffalo back to neutral ice. Final minute of play here in the opening period. Brecklin Ellingson working in for Alexandria. She's got it deep. Skates back behind the net. Still possessing the puck. Brecklin Ellingson will drop it off to Emma Basson. Basson now in the corner. Feeding it into the direction of Skylar Thorson. Back to Ellingson. Her shot. Save made. Rebound cleared away. Loose puck off to the right of goaltender Qualley. And Buffalo's going to send it back the other way, and this is going to be an icing. Stopping play with 18.7 seconds to go. Jeff, nice pressure put on by the Alexandria players there.
Yeah, we just, like to see some more people on that backside where a couple of juicy rebounds have popped out there. And I think that's going to be the key to this game because Qualley is really seeing the puck right now off those shots.
Face-off contested between Violet Huddy and Emily Doherty. Shot got blocked. Another shot attempt. Now Dutton relocates, tries to feed across. Now a bouncing puck in the slot area. Doherty trying to track it down, but Buffalo's going to steer it out of the zone. And I think we're going to make it through the first 17 minutes without either team scoring. And we may have a stoppage right before the end of the period. I think it may have been just delayed offside there, but first period expires, and I think we will go to period number 2 with 5-on-5 hockey for both sides. Again, programming note, we do our Eldon's Fresh Foods mid-game report between the second and third periods of our hockey coverage. So we're going to take a break on our late media platforms. We'll enjoy a few messages from our boosters of Cardinal sports coverage. JJ and I will be back with our thoughts of the first 17 of tonight's game. Again, in the Section 8AA girls hockey quarterfinal round, the numbers through 1 on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. It's Alexandria 0, Buffalo 0.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. I'm looking for experienced, hardworking people to join my company. When you work for us, you'll be home every night, no overnight hotels. Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
Life can sometimes feel like you're navigating through construction. You hit a detour, run out of gas, or you're going the wrong way on a one-way street. But Lakeland Mental Health Center is here to help you get back to the right path. Visit lmhc.org. Help today for a better tomorrow.
Where you start today is not where you'll finish tomorrow. At Alexandria College, we know you have big plans for the future. Find your calling and be a legend.
Dentistry at the Center knows all about busy schedules, and that's one of the best things about having 3 dentists. We have more appointment times available, so we can see you sooner. So, for dentist appointments to fit your schedule better, come see the friendly folks at Dentistry at the Center.
I'm a nurse at heart. I went into this to take care of other people.
What we say as nurses and as teammates matters here.
Come on over, you'll love it. You will get to experience so many things and help many people.
Cardinals fans, did you know that Cenex Midtown Express has a gas pump designated to support Alexandria Public Schools? For each gallon purchased, 2 cents will be donated to the schools. Pump up your pride at Cenex, your local hometown choice in Alexandria and Garfield. Owned by the community, supporting the community. As the seasons change, so do the needs of your car. That's when Alexandria drivers turn to Mike and Josh at Precision Auto. From simple tune-ups to major repairs, trust a pro. Precision Auto on 8th and Nokomis, Alexandria.
Trum Drug has things in every aisle that you won't find anywhere else, and many of them are made right here in Minnesota. Stop in and grab something for yourself, a friend, or family. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
you haven't experienced all new Woodies, you're missing out on the best clean in town.
We installed all new equipment and high suction vacuum service.
But kept our personalized touch with our pre-wash and hand drying service.
Get your shine on
at Woody's Car Wash in the heart of downtown Alexandria.
Through one period of Section 8AA girls playoff hockey, the Alexandria Cardinals and the Buffalo Bison are scoreless. We welcome you back to the Prime West Health Runestone Community Center in Alexandria, along with Jeff James and our videographer, J.P. Boleen. I am DMAC Dave McClurg. And honestly, Jeff, not really a surprise. I don't think that we're going to see a lot of goals scored in this game. I think that's a credit to the excellent goaltending that both teams have, with Tessa Qualley for Buffalo and Victoria Myers for Alexandria. Now, Vicky has been kind of the iron woman for Alexandria between the pipes. I think every minute that Alexandria has played hockey this winter, she has been the goaltender, unless there's been the need for a pulled goalie situation. Meanwhile, Tessa Qualley, not quite the iron woman for Buffalo, but she's got, I believe, 16 of the team's decisions so far out of 25 full games. And, you know, their fortresses are pretty good. It's going to be quite difficult to get pucks past either one.
Right, and that's a testament to both defenses, too. I think defenses, especially Buffalo. Buffalo has been playing. Alexandria just hasn't had the need to show it off as much, but Buffalo's been doing a real good job at kind of boxing in and protecting Qualley as well. But yeah, I think this game is going to be a defensive game here. I hope that Alexandria can get a little separation, because anytime you have a 3-6 matchup or a 1-8 matchup or a 2-7 matchup, the longer it stays like this, you just give that lower seeded team a little bit more in their legs when they come out each period. So I'd love to see a little bit of separation here.
Yeah, I would think if you're Buffalo head coach Ryan Huddy, you have to feel pretty good. I think, from their perspective, a road period where you go even with the team that's got 18 wins on the year, you're okay with that. I think he would probably like to see a little more offense generated. I think he has to appreciate the energy level that his team has had so far. Meanwhile, from Alexandria's perspective, I don't think the Lady Cardinals are doing a lot of things necessarily wrong. It's just that, it seems like Buffalo's kind of clogging things up a little bit for Alexandria. Quinn Hills showed her speed on a break opportunity, and, at times Maya Dutton and Emily Doherty have also shown that. Tegan Cullen has been able to get a couple of nice shots on goal, but again, it could very well be this game might be decided who gets a garbage goal in front of the other team's net. That could be very important to trying to determine the winner of this game.
Absolutely, and I think one of the other things too is you cannot disregard the amount of pressure that Alexandria had in that period. I mean, they were kind of all over the Bison for a much of a majority of that period. And when they did get good opportunities, they have 9 shots. That's pretty good. But there was probably another handful blocked. Those are the types of situations that we're looking at right now with what the Cardinals are facing. And I agree with you. I think it's going to be a good blue collar goal where it's going to be a rebound, tip, a screen. It's going to be something that breaks the ice on this, and let's just hope that's in Alexandria's favor.
Yep, we look forward to that. Hopefully it comes as soon as period number 2, but no scoring to recap because we had no goals in the first 17 minutes. According to the scoring, I know the scoreboard number is just a little bit off from the official scoring. 10 shots for Alexandria in the opening period, 4 for Buffalo. So Tessa Qualley, the senior goaltender for the Bison, with 10 first period saves, and Victoria Myers, the senior netminder for Alexandria, with 4 saves in the opening period. Only 1 infraction. That was a minor penalty on Alexandria's Maya Dutton for tripping at 7:17. Alexandria's penalty kill, A+ grade for that first opportunity of the night. Buffalo did not even get a single shot on goal while on the power play. In fact, Alexandria spent a good part of that power play handling the puck in Buffalo's zone. So the Bison really had some issues trying to get breakouts going in that power play, but the Lady Cardinals killed that off. So hence, through one period, we have no score between Alexandria and Buffalo. We will have our Eldon's Fresh Foods mid-game report a little bit later as we get closer to the 8 o'clock hour. That will come your way between periods 2 and 3 of tonight's Section 8AA quarterfinal. Right now on our late media platforms, we'll take a timeout and we'll enjoy these words from our boosters of Cardinal sports coverage.
Who do you turn to if you or a loved one is experiencing a mental health crisis? We're here. Region 4 South Mobile Crisis Team will come to you by calling 701-364-0431.
Fresh, family, locally loved. Eldon's Fresh Foods. Eldon's Fresh Foods.
For over 30 years, Northland Buildings has been providing quality post-frame buildings to customers, serving clients across the upper Midwest since 1994. Northland Buildings. Quality buildings built tough for the Northland.
Northland Buildings.
I just get a great satisfaction when I hear the relief in a customer's voice that they've been helped. They always feel it's an inconvenience when they call us. It's like, it's never an inconvenience. We love helping our customers.
At Viking Bank, we're invested in your journey.
Resorts Marine in Osakis. Check us out for new and used boats, pontoons, UTVs, and golf carts. For the whole outdoors, shop us first, shop us last, just shop us. Resorts Marine and Outdoors in Osakis.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
First Western. You can bank on us.
What's your number?
We drove 25 miles to get a great deal at Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
Being locally owned here at the Culvers of Alexandria, Charles Johnson and myself, John Loomis, are very proud to be a part of the community. We enjoy the time we get to spend here, the memories we've made, and we're excited to see you after the game when you need to refuel.
Go Cardinals!
Better water starts with EcoWater. Get started today and discover EcoWater's products and expertise for the perfect solution. Visit WeFixWaterMN.com with offices in Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Glenwood, and Morris.
We are just about ready to start period number 2 of this Section 8AA Girls Hockey quarterfinal at the Prime West Health Runestone Community Center. Right now, Alexandria and Buffalo are scoreless. One other game going on in the section tonight. That's up at the Ram Sports Center in Roseau. Right now, in the third period, I believe, Roseau is up 4-2 over Brainerd Little Falls. That's the 4-5 matchup with Brainerd Little Falls being seeded number 5 and the Roseau Rams seeded number 4. The winner of that game will play at Bemidji on Saturday in the Section 8AA semifinals. The winner of this game will head to Moorhead to play the Spuds on Saturday evening. That will be a 6 o'clock game. If Alexandria is the opponent in that section semifinal, we will have it for you on our late media platforms, including KXRA Radio and the Voice of Alexandria streaming channel on YouTube. Our play-by-play tomorrow night will be across town over at Alexandria Area High School. Cardinal Girls basketball as Alexandria hosts Brainerd at 7:15. Russ Henricks will join me for the broadcast, and J.P. Boleen will be on hand for the video. We'll take air around 6:45 Friday night with the Jontner Motors pregame show prior to the play-by-play. By the way, tomorrow is Military Appreciation Night at Alexandria Area High School. Any active duty member of the military or any veteran who has served in any one of the armed services is welcome to attend tomorrow night's girls basketball, absolutely free at Alexandria Area High School. That would include the preliminary junior varsity game and the varsity game as well. I believe veterans and military members are going to be recognized during the course of the evening. I'm not sure if it's going to be before the game or at halftime of the game tomorrow night. But again, Military Appreciation Night. Any presently serving member of the military in the area is going to be admitted for free tomorrow night. And if you served our country previously as a member of a military branch in a veterans role, you are welcome to attend tomorrow night as well. That should be a good game. Both of those teams, Brainerd and Alexandria, made the state girls basketball tournament last year. Alexandria won the Section 8 AAA title. Brainerd is the defending Class 4A Section 8 champion. So Alexandria will host the defending section champion Warriors, who handed Alexandria a 6-point loss up in Brainerd about a month ago. As you watch on our YouTube channel, Alexandria will flow left to right in period number 2. Our broadcasting vantage point is directly across from where the fans sit. Again, Buffalo wearing the dark jerseys, the dark breezers, the white numerals on the front and the back. The players have their nameplates on the back of the Buffalo jersey. Alexandria wearing the white jerseys with the black breezers, red numerals, the word Cards on the front of the Alexandria jersey, and the red and black trim. Alexandria trying to work the puck out of its own zone. Emily Doherty going back to retrieve it. The line of Emily Doherty, Jersey Severson, and Maya Dutton is on the ice, joined by forwards Tegan Cullen and Danica Waldorf, or defensemen Tegan Cullen and Danica Waldorf. Here is Waldorf gaining possession of the puck. She'll send it over to Cullen. Cullen will play it up the left side. Buffalo's going to intercept and keep it in, as you've got Bridget Kodish on the ice. Kodish, Senya Niemela, and Violet Huddy are the forwards on the ice. Lucy Sloan is 1D partner, and the other is Piper Stadola. Now Buffalo regains control. Violet Huddy working in. Huddy kept wide here by Hensley Carlson of Alexandria. Now Huddy works her way back behind the net and had the puck poked off her stick by Carlson. Now it's regained. Here's a shot from the short side. It went off the side of the net. Huddy trying to track it down, but Brooklyn McPhail is back there to defend for Alexandria. She's putting the body right now on Violet Huddy, and McPhail gains possession. She'll play it ahead to Brecklin Ellingson, and it goes out of the zone, now back in by Buffalo, then played back to neutral ice. Early moments of the second period, Buffalo's had the edge, but now Alexandria's Brecklin Ellingson comes in. Her shot got blocked. Now Ellingson gets it back, now to Emma Basson, another blocked shot. Here is Ellingson trying to keep it in the offensive zone. She does. Gianna Horde will go back to play the puck for Buffalo. Horde and Hannah Rosso help to make up a defensive partnership for the Bison. Now Anna Carenta trying to work her way into the slot area. The puck got knocked off her stick. Now a pass across. Here's the centering attempt, and that's broken up by Buffalo. Now the Cardinals get it back. Anna Carenta trying to work in, but again, her shot attempt was deflected. Now Peyton Revering back near her own blue line tries to steer it ahead toward Carenta. It's broken up here by Marley Hunzy for the Buffalo Bison. Hunzy, Eiley Kruger, and Ella Bruns make up a forward line for Buffalo. Now Alexandria trying to work it out, and the Cardinals, Peyton Revering gets a nice lead pass ahead to Quinn Hills, skating in. She gets kept wide and could not get a shot on goal. Now the puck over along the left wall in the Buffalo zone. No scores. We played nearly 3 minutes of the second period. Clearing attempt kept in by Revering. Now a pass in front. Tipped shot goes a little bit wide. Puck off the back of the net. Emily Doherty will track it down for Alexandria. It comes out to Peyton Revering now toward Claire Gimble, and it's broken up. Played out of the zone by Avery Corbin. Now Tegan Cullen will go back to gain possession of the puck. She'll skate in. Cullen will fire, and that one is going to be saved by the goaltender Tessa Qualley.
What a save by Qualley there in the last series. But, you know, Buffalo's come out with a lot of energy here, D-Mac, in the second period. But I believe Alexandria has matched it. I think this has now become more of a back and forth here, which is exciting for the fans and for us.
Yeah, and I think that's going to mean, whichever team can ratchet that energy level into some scoring is going to be very, very important. Again, the first goal of the night, I think, is going to be huge for whichever team scores it. Now, Emily Doherty back behind the net, gets met along the wall. Buffalo regains control. Pass comes over to the right half wall, and it's sent out of the zone here by Bridget Kodesh. Now she's going to cross center ice and drop the puck in to the Alexandria end. Now Senya Nimala will try to put on the forecheck for the Bison. Alexandria looking to clear it out, but Buffalo's Addie Guck will play it down into the lower end toward the corner. Now Claire Gimbel got tied up here by a Buffalo player, Ella Bruns. Bruns digging at the puck. She looked to play it out front. Now we've got a shot, one-timer off the stick of Sally Schmidt. That got blocked. Now a shot by Guck, and that's kicked away by Victoria Myers. Alexandria will play the puck out of the zone, and I think the Cardinals will be, nope, they waved the icing off. So my error there. A lead pass will come ahead for Buffalo. Here's a shot that goes over the net on the attempt by Marley Hunzy. Now a scramble. Buffalo gets to it. Shot in the slot area, got blocked. Boy, both teams doing a nice job at deflecting some intended shots on goal. Now Alexandria looking to break out. Skylar Thorson has it right beyond her blue line. Now Alexandria will look to play it out, and I believe Buffalo comes into the zone offside. Play stopped with nearly 5 minutes elapsed in this second period. We are still searching for our first goal of the night.
Yeah, a little bit of wet ice down there, D-Mac just stopped that puck. So Alexandria didn't get the home field advantage on that one.
Anna Corinta battling for the draw against Sierra Dixon of Buffalo, and the Bison work the puck back into the Alexandria zone. Now Dixon trying to do some work along the wall. It gets played toward the net, but Alexandria will send it wide. Now it's going to be taken here by the Cardinals. A breakout here. Danica Waldorf working up ahead. The Cardinals enter the offensive zone. Centering opportunity intended for Bentley Kreil, and that's broken up. Rebound. Here comes Avery Corbin back the other way. Nice little skill move. She gets kept wide here by the Alexandria defense, specifically Peyton Revering. Now the lead pass ahead. Buffalo will redirect through neutral ice. Now the Bison come back in. Violet Huddy trying to get it to one of her teammates, but it's poked out of the zone by Quinn Hills, and the Bison will get back onside. Gianna Horde and Hannah Rosso are your deep partners on the ice right now, joined by forwards Senya Nimala, Bridget Kodesh, and Violet Huddy. I think we're going to have a stoppage here, and a face-off will be forthcoming in the Alexandria zone with 11:03 remaining in the second period. The Glenwood State Bank scoreboard, it's 0-0 right now between Alexandria and Buffalo in this Section 8 AA Girls Hockey quarterfinal. Alexandria wins the ensuing draw. Peyton Revering will get the puck to Casey Short. Ahead now, and I thought Emily Doherty might have gotten tripped as she was working her way up the ice, but the officials did not see it that way. Now the Bison will play the puck back out. Here's the lead pass intercepted here by Tegan Cullen. Working in. Cullen will center it across for Maya Dutton, but the pass doesn't get there. Dutton will track it down along the back wall. Now another pass comes toward the net. Jersey Severson will track it for Alexandria. Now out into the slot area, Tegan Cullen will fire, and that one got blocked by Horde, the Buffalo defenseman. Now played back out. Nope, not quite. Tegan Cullen was able to keep it in, and she put one on net. Still no scores. We're approaching the midpoint of this hockey game. Just over 10 minutes remaining in period number 2. These teams played each other 2 months ago in Alexandria. The Cardinals came back from 2 goals down in the third period to win a 4-3 game. Now Buffalo will go back and retrieve the puck in its own end as the line change is made. Now Alexandria works in. Anna Corinta will fire, and that one will be gloved out of the air by Tessa Qualley. The shot was not necessarily on goaltender Qualley, but she's going to play it safe. Anything coming her way, and she's going to glove it. And JJ, I think you pointed out Tessa Qualley has some size, so she can cover some ground in front of the net.
She is, and what the key with that is you got to get those goalies to start moving side to side, look for rebounds, look for tips, get bodies in front.
Now off the face-off, Bentley Cryle tried to steer a pass toward the net. It went off the side of the net. Buffalo's going to try to work it out of the zone, and it's going to be kept in by the Alexandria Cardinals. Anna Corinta trying to dig for it along the wall. I think Bentley Cryle in the vicinity. Now Buffalo's Avery Corbin tried to play it out. Cardinals are able to get a shot off. Bentley Cryle toward the net, but now it's going to be deflected, and the Bison will steer it out. It's going to be played up into neutral ice. Brooklyn McPhail will redirect it for Alexandria. Up ahead for Cryle. Now it's Corbin taking it. She's got some room to roam for Buffalo. Avery Corbin played wide. Now back behind the net. Corbin has it for the Bison. Now it's poked off her stick out to neutral ice. Maya Dutton sends it to Anna Corinta. Now off to Severson, then to Dutton. She got tied up before she could get off a shot. Boy, both of these teams, in my mind, are playing excellent defense out in front of the respective goaltenders tonight.
Yeah, they are. They're definitely playing some big I mean, it's win or go home, D-Mac.
Right. There's a sense of passion and maybe a little desperation. Now a possible odd player rush for Buffalo. Here's Violet Huddy working in. Her shot got saved by Victoria Myers. Alexandria plays the puck wide, and now it's back out to neutral ice. Here comes Emily Doherty in. Her shot save made. Rebound. A shot goes over the net. Now it's back behind the net. Taking it here is Lucy Sloan for Buffalo. She can't clear it out. Alexandria is going to play it in deep. We're now into the second half of this hockey game as we go under 8 minutes remaining in the second period. Still 0-0. Now Emma Basson will take a shot. Qualley makes the save there. Rebound is going to be kept in by Casey Short. Now Basson will fire on net, and Qualley will make another save. Boy, it feels like Alexandria is kind of ratcheting up the pressure a little bit gradual here.
Yeah, they are. It really seems like it's like, okay, we're enough of this, right? We're not going to let these ladies stick around.
Yep. So again, team that scores first is going to get the 1-0 lead. We've had no scoring in almost 27 minutes of game time. Now off the face-off, Emma Basson able to retrieve it back behind the net, trying to center, but that got broken up. Basson has it back. She skates wide left. Now we'll look to fire. That one got into traffic. Now looking to play the puck is Skylar Thorson, but it gets sent around, and now Buffalo will break out. Pass goes across the blue line. Anna Corinta will track it down for Alexandria. Still no score, just over 7 minutes remaining in period number 2. Win or go home for Alexandria and Buffalo in this Section 8 AA tournament. Anna Corinta waits for her team to get back on side, and Bentley Cryle just could not
I didn't
get
hear
back.
The whistle right away.
Yeah.
And I was like, she has to be offside.
Yeah, it was a quiet whistle, but the whistle did blow, so offside means a neutral zone face-off with 7:03 to go in the second. Again on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard in Section 8 AA Girls Playoff Hockey, Alexandria and Buffalo are scoreless. Pass is going to be taken by the Cardinals, now sent back in by Jersey Severson. Severson, Maya Dutton, and Emily Doherty are the forwards on the ice for Alexandria. The Buffalo Bison counter with their forward line of Bridget Kodish. And now a shot and a goal! The pass centered for Maya Dutton, and her one-timer gets past goaltender Tessa Qualley, and Alexandria gets on the board as the Lady Cardinals take a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, what a shot. What a shot by Dutton. She just laser beamed that one right over the glove of Qualley. So, and a great pass, a great feed out there too.
The one assist will be given to Emily Doherty, and the goal for Maya Dutton is her 13th on the year. It comes at 10 minutes and 18 seconds of the second period, and Alexandria grabs the early lead. So the Cardinals will be in front here, and now it's a matter of can Buffalo come back? Now I believe we're going to have a delayed penalty coming up here, and it's going to be a touch-up, and Alexandria might get the player advantage here. I think we're going to have a Buffalo player going to the sin bin here. First Bison penalty of the night. And this one is going to be 2 minutes for hooking on Gianna Horde.
Okay.
So the time of this infraction will be 10 minutes and 35 seconds. And the Lady Cardinals will get a power play here. To start the player advantage, you've got Tegan Cullen and Maya Dutton on the ice. Emily Doherty is out there. Brecklin Ellingson and Danica Waldorf. Here is Doherty with the puck out now to Cullen, firing toward the net. That goes a little bit wide. Ellingson gets it right back to Doherty. Then it comes out to the point. Tegan Cullen works in, passes to the left side. Dutton back to Cullen, has some room. She'll pass it over to Emily Doherty. Then back out top, Cullen with a one-timer. Tipped, and now a battle for possession in front. Low slot area. Puck cleared away by Buffalo. Piper Stadola will play it the other way. Stadola along with Lucy Sloan as your D partners on the ice. The two forwards now stepping onto the ice for this part of the penalty kill for Buffalo. Avery Corbin and Violet Huddy. Now Alexandria works it back into the zone. Still about a minute remaining in the power play. Tegan Cullen shot, a blocker save there for Qualley. Now it's going to be played back around. Alexandria still controlling in the Bison zone. Just over 5 to go in the second period. We've got about 50 seconds remaining in the Alexandria power play. Here's a shot on goal, save made. Rebound kept onside by Anna Carinta. Carinta and Peyton Revering now two of the players on the ice, along with Jersey Severson, Skylar Thorson, and Emma Basson. Now a shot goes wide, and Stadola will bounce it out. Now a race the other way. Huddy will come in short-handed. She'll take the shot, save, and it rolls across the goal line. And Buffalo gets some momentum back, scoring a shorty to tie this game at 1.
Oh, Victoria Myers got a big piece of that puck. It just trickled off and in. I mean, it was really close to trickling outside of the net versus inside of the net, D-Mac, but it just didn't work out for the Cardinals there.
Yeah, Buffalo's, I believe it may have been Piper Stadola who cleared the puck out of the zone, and then Violet Huddy, the freshman, was able to win a race, and she muscled in. Her backhander initially was stopped by Vicky Myers, but then the puck squirted across the goal line. The short-handed goal ties the game. Maya Dutton tries to untie the game here. The time of the goal, by the way, 12:09 of the second period. So we know a minimum of 2 goals is going to be needed to win this one. Now a shot goes wide. Buffalo back to full strength. Tegan Cullen's going to send the puck over to Emily Doherty across to Dutton, but the pass is a little bit wide. Now it's played in the corner. Brecklin Ellingson has it for Alexandria. It'll be cycled around. Just over 4 minutes remaining in the second period. It's a 1-1 hockey game. We did not have any scoring until the 27th minute of the contest, and now each team has scored once in the past few minutes. Alexandria an even strength goal by Maya Dutton, and then Buffalo countering with a short-handed score. For Violet Huddy, it's her 6th goal of the year. Here is a shot, save made on the attempt by Bentley Kreil. Buffalo plays the puck out to the right wall. Now working in again, it's going to be Violet Huddy off, and here's a shot by Senya Nimala, and the save is made. Rebound, an attempt here by Bridget Kodish went off. It was a lead shot there. I don't know if it hit a pipe or the side of the net. I believe it hit the right goal post. So Buffalo being sneaky in its scoring chances tonight. Now the Cardinals have it back into the offensive zone. Here's a shot attempt by Brooklyn McPhail. That got blocked. Centering pass. Basson tries to track it down. She's got it in the left corner. 3 minutes remaining in the second period right now. Centering attempt here by Skylar Thorson across the crease for Brecklin Ellingson, and that got broken up. Now it's going to go the other way. Brooklyn McPhail will retrieve it. She'll send it to Claire Gimble. Now up ahead toward Basson. Now Gimble has it back. Then it comes toward McPhail. 1-1 our score late second period in Section 8 AA Girls Playoff Hockey. Buffalo able to get possession of the puck now in the offensive zone. Ella Bruns has it. She tried to play it wide, and now Alexandria will try to gain possession over in the corner, and Emily Doherty has it for Alexandria. Ahead toward Skylar Thorson. Now it's going to be cycled around, and Alexandria regains control. Pass intercepted here. Hannah Rosso will drop it down low for the Bison. Now a pass got broken up. Alexandria is going to steer it the other way, and we'll have icing called on the Cardinals here. Stopping play with 2:03 to go in period number 2. Alexandria and Buffalo all even on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. It's a 1-1 game.
Yeah, Alexandria, you've seen them do it a couple of times now, DMAC, where they've had to relieve pressure. They didn't have to do that one time in the first period.
Now Alexandria looking to win the draw. The Cardinals come away with it. Maya Dutton up the middle of the ice. Now into the slot area. She'll take a shot. That gets fired high. Rebound comes into the direction of Casey Short. Buffalo sending some people there as well. Dutton fed it in front, and it goes right through the crease area. Now Buffalo looking to clear it out. Now Dutton has it back for Alexandria, trying to send it across, but the pass is intercepted by Avery Corbin. Played up to the left half wall, but not out of the zone. Now a battle for possession right along the blue line, and Buffalo sweeps the pass back to neutral ice. Down to about 80 seconds to go in the second period. We were tied 0-0 after one, and at the moment we are tied 1-1. So all of the scoring has come here in the second period. Now a pass up ahead. Here comes Corbin in. Avery Corbin looking to shoot, but that shot got deflected. Corbin trying to send it over to a teammate. Sally Schmidt couldn't keep it in. Now Anna Corinta racing the other way. She's got Emma Basson off to her right. Corinta gets met along the wall. A little bit slow in getting up. Now she's back on her skates. Now it's taken here. Skylar Thorson has it for the Alexandria Lady Cardinals. Under a minute to play in the second. It's Alexandria 1, Buffalo 1 in this Section 8 AA Girls Hockey Playoff. Win or go home for the Alexandria Cardinals and the Buffalo Bison. Alexandria tries to clear the puck out. It goes over the glass off the netting, and we're going to have a face-off forthcoming in the Alexandria zone.
You know, and I hope we didn't jinx some DMAC on that last, talking about special teams, even though it was a shorty that Buffalo got. Those are such important pieces of section hockey. Face-off wins, special teams, things like that.
Yep, face-off is won by Alexandria. Here's Emma Basson firing, and a save made by Qualley. Buffalo will play it over to the right wall and play it out of the zone. Alexandria will look to get back onside. Tegan Cullen looks to carry it into the offensive end. Now it's going to be passed into the corner. Piper Stadola will go back to track it down for the Buffalo Bison. Now it's sent over to the left wall. Alexandria will try to keep it in deep. Just a few seconds remaining in the period. Here's Maya Dutton's shot. That got blocked, and Buffalo's going to clear it out, and I believe the horn is going to sound before the puck goes the length of the ice. So 17 minutes into tonight's game. We were deadlocked, and with 17 minutes remaining in regulation time, we are deadlocked, but we have some offense by both sides. Through two on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard, the Alexandria Cardinals and the Buffalo Bison are tied 1-1. This is People Radio, KXRA Alexandria, 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, 105.7 FM. We also have audio through the Voice of Alexandria app. Thank you for watching our coverage tonight as we have the live video stream on the Voice of Alexandria streaming channel on YouTube. A big thank you to Integrity Title of Alexandria for being our signature streaming sponsor of Alexandria Sports Play-by-Play all throughout the 2025-26 school year. After this break on our latent media platforms, we will return to the Prime West Health Runestone Community Center with the Eldon's Fresh Foods mid-game report. Stay right here.
When you come to Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill, you can count on great food, over 30 beers on tap, and a creative drink menu.
Come join us today at Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill in Alexandria.
Good service, good friends, and a great place to eat.
Get great service at Alexandria Motors. Serving your family for generations and generations to come. Stop in for a great deal on your next vehicle. Alexandria Motors. One low price, plain and simple, always.
A broken tooth? Fixed in one appointment? Yes, we do that at Dental Health Associates with our CIRAC crowns. We'll fix your tooth in one appointment, which means less time off work, less time away from your family, and more convenience for you. You're in and out in one visit.
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. Most of my crew has been here for decades.
The reason I've been here for so long is I love the variety and I love the different tasks throughout the day. A chance to operate many different pieces of equipment in any day.
Working here, I definitely like working with the crew. The guys are involved in training you and definitely help developing you as a person.
If I was looking for a place of employment, I would definitely apply here.
Give me a call and visit my website because we're hiring and I want to talk to you about your next career with us.
What's your number?
We drove 25 miles to get a great deal at Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
I see generations who are passionate about what they did. I hope that I can leave a legacy of compassion for people and love for family and friends.
There is a man, an insurance man, located in the birthplace of America, where he is committed to helping you find the best coverage for your needs.
Welcome. I'm Keith. When you think of insurance, think of Bill Marks, where we do the shopping for you.
Ford, Lincoln, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, Jeep, make it Jetner Motors your best price dealer. Make it Jetner Motors your best price dealer.
From your first home to a growing family, life keeps moving. Hi, I'm Sarah Iverson with State Farm Insurance. Every change means something new to protect. Let's start a conversation today about your peace of mind, because like a good neighbor, Sarah Iverson will be there.
8 AA quarterfinals. After 2, it's Alexandria 1, Buffalo 1. So a lot at stake here. 1 period of regulation time to go to determine who gets to go to Moorhead on Saturday to play in the section semifinals. Welcome to our mid-game report, brought to you by Eldon's Fresh Foods of Alexandria. Live, love, local. Shop Eldon's Fresh Foods, open 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Jeff James, I think it's been a well-played hockey game so far. I think the energy level for both teams has been high. I think, the effort has been there by both sides. Alexandria finally was able to break the ice late in the second period, but the Cardinals did not play with the momentum very long, especially after getting the first power play chance of the night. And Buffalo kind of stole a little bit of Alexandria's thunder, getting that shorthanded goal to even the score.
Yeah, it's been just a back and forth in that second period. Kind of just a flip of the script from the first period. Alexandria's continued to play well, but Buffalo really kind of ratcheted their game up there in the second, DMAC, and you got to work hard on those special teams, because even when you're on the penalty kill, good things can happen. As the result was Buffalo's lone goal, but I think the 1-1 the 1-1 tie makes me a tad bit nervous going into the last 17. It just does, because like I talked about that separation we liked, I thought we were starting to see it, but Alexandria, they've always been, they might have a period, and I'm not saying they took that second period off, but they might have a period where things aren't as good. Let's hope we come out with that third period that we're reminiscent of seeing from Alexandria, where they really take it to the Bison.
Well, I think even though you weren't here on December 6th, one might say that Alexandria's best period against Buffalo in the regular season was the third period. The last game that you and I and JP were able to broadcast up at Fergus Falls, in my mind, the third period was the best for Alexandria. And that's kind of the fun thing about this year's Alexandria girls hockey team is they've got some people that can put the puck in the net, and they can score. They can score little bunches of goals very quickly. I'm not going to say this is going to be a 4-1 game at the end of the night, but I feel a little more confident about Alexandria's ability to have people find the back of the net. Nothing against Buffalo. I think, strategy-wise, Buffalo's right in this game, and I think the fact that they play in that very tough Lake Conference gets them ready for the playoffs. I think those Buffalo kids are thinking, if we come in here and get a win, we don't look at it as an upset.
Right, absolutely. I mean, you think about it, and Buffalo's schedule is exactly what I think Coach Arola would like to play all year long, getting ready for the section tournament. So they get the tough teams of the Lake Conference, and they get a lot of them. So, I mean, Alexandria definitely has the talent to do it, and I really do believe that, if you ask me to weigh these two teams, Alexandria is far more talented than Buffalo. Buffalo's just really there, and Alexandria is working too, but Buffalo's making Alexandria earn every single thing that they're getting right now.
Let's go through the statistical recap. Again, we're tied at 1 with the second period intermission underway, hence the purpose of our Eldon's Fresh Foods mid-game report. The scoring was all done in the second period. Alexandria got on the board first at the 10-18 mark. Maya Dutton with her 13th goal of the year, getting a nice one-timer past goaltender Tessa Qualley. And Emily Doherty got the assist for Doherty, her 16th helper and 33rd point overall. Maya Dutton, by the way, with 13 goals and 19 assists, now has 32 points on the year. Shortly after that, Alexandria went on the power play, but Buffalo's penalty kill produced some dividends as Piper Stadola, one of the defensemen, was able to get a pass out of her team zone up into neutral ice, and then Violet Huddy went one-on-one against an Alexandria defenseman. The freshman worked her way in, got a backhander that was initially slowed down by the goaltender Vicky Myers, but then the puck trickled across the goal line and into the net. And Buffalo with the shorthander by Huddy at 12:09 tied the game at 1, and we've had no further scoring. Each team has had one penalty on the night for 2 minutes. Alexandria 0 for 1 on the power play. Buffalo 0 for 1 on the power play. Notable is that when the Cardinals were on the power play, that's when Buffalo scored a shorthanded goal. Shots in the second period, Alexandria had 12 for a two-period total of 22. Buffalo had 6 in the period for a two-period total of 10. So Vicky Myers has made 9 saves in the net for Alexandria. Tessa Qualley has stopped 21 of the 22 shots that have come her way. Both teams will be at full strength when the third period gets underway. Again, this one is in the balance. Number 6 Buffalo and number 3 Alexandria tied at 1 with the third period on the horizon. Our thanks to Eldon's Fresh Foods for presenting our mid-game report. Right now on our late media platforms, including KXRA Radio and the Voice of Alexandria YouTube channel, we'll enjoy these words from our boosters of Cardinal sports coverage.
Resorts Marine in Oseques. Check us out for new and used boats, pontoons, UTVs, and golf carts. For the whole outdoors, shop us first, shop us last, just shop us. Resorts Marine and Outdoors in Oseques.
Life at the lake and work for a growing company that offers rewarding careers and cares about your well-being. Agard. We build cool machines and are hiring for multiple positions across the organization. Plus, no-cost health benefits for you and your family.
A successful win isn't about the score. It's about what you put into the game. If a successful win matters to you on the purchase or sale of your property, hard work matters to me. Todd Whiting, Century 21, 766-2200.
Hi, I'm Dr. Emma.
And I'm Dr. AJ. We're the dentists at the Alexandria Dental Clinic, where advanced care meets a family-first approach.
From cosmetic dentistry and Invisalign to restorative work and pediatric care.
Alexandria Dental Clinic, your smile's new best friend.
Hi, Carl Qualley with Qualley Real Estate. Our business approach is based on what we call the 4 E's: experience, expertise, ethics, and energy. Qualities that led us to be voted Best Real Estate Company 3 years in a row. Find your real estate coach at Qualley Real Estate, where we protect your money.
At ALP Utilities, we're proud to be a community-owned public power and water utility. That means local decisions, reliable service, and reinvesting in Alexandria. From classrooms to sidelines, we're proud to be a part of the moments that bring our community together.
Carlson Music Center, downtown Alexandria. Yamaha pianos, and new and used equipment. Lessons and instruction. Learn from the best. Piano and voice to guitar and violin. Carlson Music Center for all your musical needs in Alexandria.
The Tradesman Construction has built a rich history as being the premier, most referred, full-service general contractor in the area. They are a proud supporter of all Alexandria Cardinal teams. Find them online at tradesmanconstruction.com.
Getting in and out of the pharmacy is easy with Trum Drug's app, Rx Local. Download the app, choose Trum Drug as your pharmacy, use it for medication refills and reminders. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
When you want your closing to go as smooth as possible, ask for Integrity Title. We may be a bit obsessed about our jobs and the details that go into it, but that's what makes us such a good choice for your real estate closing. Ask for Integrity Title, the title closing geeks.
The third period is about ready to begin here at the Prime West Health Runestone Community Center. We thank you for joining us on our late media platforms tonight. The traditional radio play-by-play on KXRA Radio, 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, 105.7 FM across Pope County. And we've got the streaming audio through the Voice of Alexandria app. We appreciate you watching tonight's game on the Voice of Alexandria streaming channel on YouTube. Again, a big thank you to Integrity Title of Alexandria for being our signature streaming sponsor of our Alexandria Cardinal Sports play-by-play. With the third period about set to start, Alexandria and Buffalo are tied 1-1. The winner of this game will be heading to play the defending Section 8 AA champion Moorhead Spuds at 6 o'clock Saturday evening at the Moorhead Sports Center. If Alexandria is involved in that matchup, we'll have it for you on KXRA Radio and also on the Voice of Alexandria streaming channel on YouTube. Alexandria will begin the third period with its forward line of Emily Doherty, Jersey Severson, and Maya Dutton, joined by defensive partners Danica Waldorf and Tegan Cullen. Buffalo will come out onto the ice with its forward line of Auden Molesky, Sierra Dixon, and Avery Corbin. D partners Lucy Sloan and Piper Stadola on the ice. As you watch on YouTube, Alexandria will now flow right to left here in period number 3. Is this going to be the last period of the season for one of these teams? The team that wins the third period is going on in the section tournament as we are deadlocked entering period 3. Here comes Corbin in, but she had her stick held up. Alexandria regains possession. Tegan Cullen is going to send it over now toward Waldorf. Waldorf with the breakout pass, broken up here by Dixon, but now taken by Cullen. Cullen goes from one blue line to the other in the offensive zone. She tries to drop the puck off. It's intercepted here by the Bison's Avery Corbin, but she cannot clear it out. Now it's going to be Lucy Sloan back behind the Buffalo net trying to cycle around. Alexandria will send it over, and Tegan Cullen keeps it in. She tried to backhand a pass ahead, but Buffalo sends it out. Now a pass tipped the other way is Bridget Kodish for the Bison. Now Alexandria regains control as it's played out of the zone by Emma Basson. Now it's going to be Auden Molesky, or Bridget Kodish rather, playing it back toward Hannah Rosso. Now a lead pass ahead, delayed offside on Buffalo, and now a pass up through neutral ice. Taking it here is Anna Carenta. Carenta will work in onside. She'll fire right on goaltender Tessa Qualley, who makes the save.
Yeah, Alexandria, you know, they've done that a lot this evening, where even I've seen Maya Dutton, and I know she scored on one, but a lot of high shots, and I think you should probably be thinking a little bit different and put those on the ice, make Qualley kick them out and open up a juicy rebound for you.
Now the centering pass broken up by Buffalo as Ailey Kruger will play it out of the zone. Casey Short will go back to retrieve it. Short and Peyton Revering are the defensive partners on the ice right now, joined by forwards Bentley Kreil, Anna Carenta, and Quinn Hills. 1-1 our score. We're now 2 minutes into the final period of regulation. We go under 15 remaining in the third period. Now Alexandria trying to regroup to bring the puck out of the zone. It is sent ahead, tipped by Hills, back into the Buffalo end. She'll try to win a race for the puck against Gianna Horde. Horde able to get to it. Now Horde will play it up the right half wall and out of the zone. Marley Hunzy gains control for Buffalo, sending it ahead now to Auden Molesky. And it will be played back in as the Bison will make a line change here. Now a break the other way. Maya Dutton tipping it up the other way. Dutton now into the Buffalo zone. Across for Doherty, but her one-timer pushed a little bit wide left of the goal. Now Emily Doherty tries to get it back. She'll tap it into the corner. Playing it now is Sally Schmidt for Buffalo. Now it goes over towards Sierra Dixon. And now she got met along the wall by Maya Dutton. Buffalo will try to cycle it around toward the right of the goaltender Qualley, and then her pass nearly got intercepted, but Buffalo clears out of the zone. Now a pass ahead intended for Avery Corbin, broken up. Skylar Thorson will backhand it the other way into the Buffalo end. Next goal is going to give the team that scores it the lead. Alexandria has not trailed in tonight's game. The Lady Cardinals scored first. Buffalo tied it up with a shorty shortly after that. 1-1 our score in the third period, now about 3.5 minutes in. Now a long pass into the Buffalo zone rather. Piper Stadola trying to play it out. Now taking it is Violet Huddy, a possible 2-on-1 developing. Huddy across, and now it's intercepted. Tegan Cullen gains possession, dropping it off to Carenta. Back to Cullen, working in. Tegan Cullen now played wide over to the left side, and Buffalo regains possession. Now the Bison will play it out of the zone. Peyton Revering will redirect it in, but Alexandria needs to get back on side. The Cardinals will change personnel here. Pass up ahead a little bit behind Marley Hunzy, so she needed to get back on side. We're now 4 minutes into the third period. It's Alexandria 1, Buffalo 1 in this Section 8 AA Girls Hockey quarterfinal. D-Mac and Jeff James bringing you the play-by-play. Our videographer tonight is J.P. Boleen. Now here is a centering pass by Kreil in front, intercepted by Buffalo. Bridget Kodish will come up the left side. She'll skate in. I'm sorry, that's Ella Bruns. Bruns trying to locate one of her teammates, but the pass is intercepted. Kreil comes back the other way. She'll cross center ice and drop the puck in as Alexandria will make a line change. 1-1 our score. We're in the third period. Just over 12 minutes to go in regulation time. Gianna Horde working up the right side. She'll take the shot, and it's deflected away by goaltender Vicky Myers. And it goes on a play. We'll have a face-off coming up in the Alexandria end.
We're going to have a roughing.
Yep, and I believe the Cardinals are going short-handed here. Skylar Thorson is off for roughing at the 4:56 mark of the third period. So Buffalo will operate on the power play here. And the Bison have it. They're 0 for 1 with the player advantage. Buffalo trying to work it in close. Violet Huddy digging for the puck over in the left corner. Now it comes back out. Piper Stadola has it. Over to the right side for Avery Corbin. Back to Stadola in front. Save made by Victoria Myers. Cardinals trying to clear it. Now it'll go the other way. Stadola along with Avery Corbin. Violet Huddy on the ice along with Savannah Sobraski and Senya Nimala. Those are the 5 skaters for Buffalo on the ice. Alexandria has for penalty kill Brecklin Ellingson along with Brooklyn McPhail, Hensley Carlson, and Emily Doherty. Buffalo has it. Stadola fires toward the net into traffic, and the puck goes over into the left corner. Now Hensley Carlson will sweep it out of the zone. Buffalo is 1 minute into its power play. We're now 6 minutes into the final period of regulation. Alexandria and Buffalo are tied 1-1 on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. Good clear by Alexandria. Back to play it is Auden Molesky for the Bison. Up ahead now to Ella Bruns. She got met along the wall, and now Emma Basson will try to clear it out. Alexandria will clear it the other way. I believe it's cleared by Brooklyn McPhail, and she'll head to the bench as Alexandria changes personnel. Buffalo looking to gain possession. It's played off the wall up ahead. Molesky's diagonal pass intercepted here by Tegan Cullen. Skating in, shot short-handed, save made by Qualley, and she kept it between her pads. She saw the puck drop between her legs, and we'll have a face-off coming up. Just 15 seconds remaining in the Buffalo power play.
Yeah, much better power play by Buffalo there. Alexandria is still doing a really good job with the kill, not allowing any really like grade A chances, but a little bit better showing by the Bison there.
Violet Huddy and Brecklin Ellingson battling for the draw, and the Cardinals trying to play it out front. Quinn Hills and Ellingson on for penalty kill, along with Tegan Cullen and Danica Waldorf. Buffalo with one more charge into the Alexandria end as the Cardinals get back to full strength. Niemela's shot goes a little bit wide. Now a battle for possession in the corner. Huddy has it for the Bison. Trying to play it out front, and I believe it's going to be
gloved down by Vicky. Yep. She just kind of took that right out of the air while it was chipped up, trying to get it out front.
So a face-off will be coming up in the Alexandria zone. Unofficially to this point, shots on goal in the period. 2 for Alexandria, 1 for Buffalo. It's 24-11 for the game in favor of the homestanding Cardinals, but it's a 1-1 score in goals collected tonight. Alexandria looking to break out, but Buffalo's Avery Corbin is going to keep it in. Corbin working up the left side, at it poked off her stick by Maya Dutton, and it's cleared out of the zone. Now Emily Doherty has it. She has some room to roam. Doherty got spun around, and we're going to have a penalty on Buffalo as Alexandria is going to go back on the power play.
I think it's going to be a hook here on Lucy Sloan, maybe?
Yeah, let's see.
I thought that's who they were bringing in.
Sloan is going to get the gate for the Buffalo Bison, and she will go off at 7 minutes and 31 seconds of the third period. So it is a hooking call on Lucy Sloan and a power play for Alexandria. The Cardinals control the draw. Peyton Revering, Emma Basson, Anna Carinta on the ice with Skylar Thorson to start this power play, and also Jersey Severson. Again, when Alexandria was previously on the power play, that's when Buffalo scored its goal. Now the Bison for penalty kill have Ella Bruns and Auden Molesky on the ice, joined by defenseman Piper Stadola and Hannah Rosso. Here's a shot, and the save is going to be made here by the goaltender Tessa Qualley. So Alexandria now with 1:28 to go on the power play. Time remaining in regulation time, 8 minutes and 57 seconds. Glenwood State Bank scoreboard has the Lady Cardinals and Buffalo all even at 1. Anna Doherty battling for the draw against Violet Huddy, and the Cardinals come away with it. Tegan Cullen from the slot area, save made. Dutton will follow up, and that one goes back behind the net. Now Alexandria will try to track it down. And Doherty gets the puck to Ellingson. Her shot goes into Qualley, who will end up making another save.
Yeah, Qualley is really kind of just taking a few really good scoring chances away from Alexandria today.
Yeah, she's now up to 26 saves on the night for the Buffalo Bison. Again, she does not want to see her high school career come to an end in Alexandria. Both goaltenders tonight are seniors. Alexandria controls the draw. Doherty out to Tegan Cullen. Show fire into traffic. Broken up by Buffalo, and the Cardinals are not able to keep the puck onside. Under a minute remaining in the Alexandria power play. Here comes Emily Doherty in. She's got it now to Cullen. High slot area shot deflected by Qualley, and that's going to go out of play, and that should mean a face-off in the Buffalo Bison zone. Right now, Buffalo for penalty kill has Rosso and Stadola on the ice, although Stadola goes to the bench, as does Violet Huddy. I believe Ella Bruns is coming out for part of this penalty kill. Alexandria again controlling the draw. Tegan Cullen gets the puck to Maya Dutton, then it comes back to Cullen. Across now to Doherty, then back to Cullen, but unfortunately the pass is a little bit wide, and the puck leaks out of the zone, and Alexandria has to regroup. Half a minute remaining in Alexandria's power play. We have under 8 remaining in regulation time. 1-1 our score. Now Peyton Revering with the puck. Out now to Anna Carinta. Carinta will skate in, show fire, and that one got deflected over into the corner. Emma Basson will try to track it down for Alexandria. Now Revering has it for the Cardinals. Off now to one of her teammates, and skating with it is Skylar Thorson. She'll drop it off to Corinta. Corinta into the slot area. She'll now fire. That one is going to be saved by Quali just as the Bison get back to full strength. Again, as you watch on our YouTube channel, the instant replays are being brought to you by Quali Real Estate. Again, no relation to the Buffalo goaltender who spells her last name Quale. Quali Real Estate in Alexandria is Kvale. QualiRealEstate.com. Off the face-off, Claire Gimble takes the shot. That's saved by the goaltender, Quali. Now the Bison get it. Sally Schmidt will send it over, back behind the net, over into the corner. Now the Cardinals looking to gain possession here as Skylar Thorson gets it to Quinn Hills. Quinn Hills got spun around. Now a centering pass shot. Oh my! Save made by Quali on a point-blank chance for Brecklin Ellingson. Now Hills has it, and she'll fire on the net, and a glove save is made. Oh my, Tessa Quali rising to the occasion here in the third period for Buffalo.
Yeah, hot goaltenders, they can take you a long way in the sections. Both of these goaltenders are playing well. Obviously, Quali's seen way more attention or action than Vicky has right now, but both goaltenders are playing really well.
Off the face-off, a quick shot by Casey Short, and Tessa Quali makes another save. Unofficially, I think that puts her at 34 on the night, including 12 in the first 10-plus minutes of this period. Can the Cardinals get past that wall known as Tessa Quali? Crossing pass broken up by Bridget Kodesh. Alexandria will go back to retrieve. 1-1 our score, third period. Lead pass goes to Maya Dutton. She's got it in the offensive zone. Off now to Emma Basson. Basson back behind the net. Has the puck. Now will skate in. She'll drop it off. Here's a shot by Short. Deflected by the goaltender, Quali. Rebound not there as it's retrieved over in the corner by Emily Doherty. Still a 1-1 score now, almost 11 minutes into the third period. Buffalo will gain possession as Alexandria had a delayed offside. So the Bison will drop the puck into the Alexandria end and will change personnel. Now under 6 minutes remaining in regulation time. Here's the lead pass by Bentley Kreil. That gets broken up at the blue line by Gianna Horde. Back to the Alexandria blue line where the Cardinals have it. Now a near turnover here. Buffalo's trying to take advantage. Avery Corbin will slide a pass down into the corner. Now looking to get it is Sierra Dixon for Buffalo. Now Alexandria regains control. Lead pass ahead, and I believe it's going to elude everybody. And icing will be called on Alexandria, stopping play with 5:25 to go in regulation time. We remain deadlocked on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard. Alexandria 1, Buffalo 1.
Over the last 5 to 7 minutes, D-Mac, Alexandria really has turned up the pressure. But now here's the first couple of face-offs that Buffalo's had in the Alexandria zone.
And now a lead pass out of the zone goes to Maya Dutton. She's got defenseman Hannah Rosso shadowing her. And Rosso keeps Dutton wide, and eventually Buffalo regains possession of the puck. Violet Huddy trying to work her way through. She scored the shorthanded goal back in the second for the Bison. 1-1 our score in the third. Dutton sends a lead pass ahead toward Hensley Carlson. That gets tipped into the Buffalo zone. Now the Bison look to redirect it out of their own end. And here is Bridget Kodesh sending a pass ahead now to Niemela. Niemela's shot ends up getting deflected, and I believe that went over the glass off the netting. And that should mean a face-off in the Alexandria Cardinal zone.
Another thing to point out here, D-Mac. Vicky hasn't necessarily seen a lot of action here in the last period, so
do we want to do a Jeff James jinx in a good way here?
Yeah, I want to do it in a good way, not a bad way.
Yes, we'd like to see Vicky Myers get a save here, but she's only been required to make one save so far in the third period. Now a lead pass, it comes into the Buffalo zone. A centering pass by Brecklin Ellingson is intercepted here by the Bison Zella Bruns. Now it's played out of the zone. Basson will track it down. She'll backhand a pass the other way. Piper Stadola will track it down for Buffalo. She'll send it out of the zone where it gets intercepted at center ice by Bentley Cryle. She'll now skate in onside. Cryle looks to drop it off to Anna Carenta. Then the puck pushed off her stick, redirected the other way by Marley Hunsey. Then Hunsey got spun around and lost possession of the puck. Now Buffalo will regain control at center ice. Lucy Sloan's pass goes ahead. Now a long pass the other way. Gianna Horde will track it down for the Bison back behind netminder Tessa Qualley. Next goal is going to prove to be huge in this game. Might it serve as the game winner? We will find out. Again, we need to have a winner tonight. There are no ties in the postseason, and they do not determine a winner by shootout. You have to score a goal in the run of play. Here is Emily Doherty, and she got challenged here by a Bison player. Now a centering pass for Doherty, and her shot goes wide after Jersey Severson fed her the puck. Now it's over in the corner. Severson has it out to Peyton Revering. Now to Jersey Severson. Severson along the right wall. We're about to go under 3 minutes remaining in the third period, remaining tied at 1. Here's Doherty cycling around to Severson, trying to bring it out front for Maya Dutton. It got broken up. Now a shot across the crease, swept away by Qualley. Up ahead toward Eiley Kruger rather. She'll send it through neutral ice. Alexandria regains control. Dutton goes in 1-on-5, waits for her teammates to get onto the ice as the Cardinals make a line change. And now Buffalo clears the puck back to neutral ice. Here comes Emma Basson in, but before Skylar Thorson can get out of the zone, offside is called, so we'll have a neutral zone face-off. 2:34 is our time remaining in regulation, though Alexandria has outshot Buffalo to this point in the game, 37-11, including 15-1 in this third period. We remain tied 1-1. Now lead pass into the Buffalo zone. Back to take it is Lucy Sloan. Her pass up ahead to Violet Huddy. Huddy will work up the left side for the Bison. She got met by Emma Basson. Now Huddy working in, trying to feed across. Centering pass is broken up, and that's because it went off the skate of an Alexandria player, and Vicky Myers got away from the cage and fell on the puck. She didn't want anything dangerous happening in front of her.
D-Mac, here, this is a time of the game, too, where you think about Alexandria working hard to get that home ice advantage. You got to look at matchups, too, on the ice.
Yep, right now you've got the top forward line out there for the Lady Cardinals. Maya Dutton, Emily Doherty, and Jersey Severson. And now a puck comes the other way, and Qualley's going to stop it here. The Buffalo Bison have their forward line of Bridget Kodish, Senya Nimala, and Violet Huddy on the ice. Although I think Coach Ryan Huddy is going to bring back the forward line of Sierra Dixon, Auden Molesky, and Avery Corbin. That is the line that started the game. The Cardinals counter with a forward line of Maya Dutton, Emily Doherty, and now Quinn Hill's part of this forward line. So Molly Arola's mixed up the lines just a little bit. Here's Hills looking to center in front for Doherty. Buffalo sweeps it away over to the right half wall. Now a shot finds its way on goal. Working in front. Big scramble. Qualley's going to fall on the puck there.
And that's what I mean by about the matching up lines. You saw there that Coach Arola was able to get her top line out there against, I don't even know what number of line it would have been, but then Coach Huddy was able to switch that up, but Molly already had her top line out there. So it's a little bit of gamesmanship here at the end of the regulation.
Yep, right now it's Anna Carenta, Brecklin Ellingson, and Emma Basson as your three forwards on the ice. Here's the centering attempt by Carenta. That got intercepted. Buffalo coming back the other way. Up the left side, here's a lead pass too long for Kodish. Kodish will try to track it down in the corner. Now it comes toward Huddy. Huddy in front. One-timer. That goes wide on the attempt by Senya Nimala. 75 seconds to go in regulation time. It's a 1-1 tie. Now a battle for possession, and Tegan Cullen comes away with it for Alexandria. It comes toward Emma Basson, and it's going to be played out of the zone. Last minute of regulation time. Here is Hannah Rosso sending it ahead to Huddy. She'll send it back in as Buffalo will change personnel. Alexandria with the opportunity to skate out. Now we've got a pass in neutral ice intercepted. Corbin will look to fire. That got blocked by Maya Dutton. It goes over into the corner. Battle for possession with under 40 seconds to go. 1-1 is our score. Alexandria trying to work the puck out of its own zone. Turnover, and now it is going to be cleared out of the zone. Sent back in by Lucy Sloan, delayed offside. Buffalo does get back onside. It's looking more and more like we might have overtime on the horizon here. Maybe I just threw a DMAC jinx in. Anna Corinta, or actually it's Quinn Hills flicking a puck back into the Buffalo zone. Down to the final 10 seconds. The Bison will intercept, play it along the wall, and it is played up to the blue line. And now we're going to have the remaining time of regulation drain away to nothing. So we will go to overtime in this Section 8AA quarterfinal, and we still do not have a winner in this game. Now the format for the postseason in overtime is a little bit different. We will have up to 8 minutes put on the clock for the first overtime. First goal in that overtime is the game winner. If we do not have any scoring in the 8 minutes of overtime without a resurfacing of the ice, then the players go back to their locker rooms after the first overtime, and then you treat it as an intermission, and then the second overtime would have 17 minutes put on the clock. So it's the first overtime period that has 8 minutes of time. Again, first score is a winner there. And then after that, if you have any additional overtimes, you would have up to 17 minutes put on the clock, and you would have a full resurfacing of the ice after the first overtime and any subsequent overtimes as well. Jeff, before we dive deeper into what's ahead for these two teams, has a final come across from Roseau as of yet?
I haven't seen any text come through, but I'll shoot one out and see if we can get an update there.
Yeah, last score we had was Roseau leading Brainerd Little Falls 4-2 in the third period. Winner of that game would be heading to Bemidji to play in the section semis on Saturday. The winner of this game will be going to Moorhead to play at 6 o'clock Saturday night in the Section 8AA semifinal round. So 1-1 is our score at the end of regulation. We're going to keep it right here as I believe in the third period, Alexandria put 16 shots on the Buffalo goal. The Bison had 2 shots on goaltender Vicky Myers. So at this point of the game, Alexandria has outshot Buffalo 38-12. My District 281 math, JJ, says that Alexandria has 76% of the shots in this game.
There we go.
Compared to 24% of the shots for the visiting Buffalo Bison.
Yeah.
But that means Buffalo's conversion rate has been a little bit better tonight.
Yeah, and the other thing, when you have such a lopsided shot and lopsided control over the game, the unfortunate piece is it only takes one for either team to end this thing, and it's something that I know, you're looking at and you're talking to your girls about, and I think you brought it up several times. Do you want your season to end here? That's got to be in the forefront of these girls' minds. It's like we got to pull out all the stops right now.
And again, for the team that scores the next goal, that instant euphoria for the winning team. The gut punch to the midsection for the team that does not win.
And it looks like it was a 5-2 win for Roseau with an empty netter, so it stayed that 4-2 score for majority of the third period, and then they got an empty netter.
So up north in the 2-1-8, the Roseau Rams held serve on their home ice. Alexandria is trying to do so here. 8 minutes put on the clock without the ice being resurfaced. So again, this is old ice that's being used. Alexandria will now flow left to right in the fourth period, if you will. Again, this is an 8-minute overtime. If you're watching on YouTube, the Alexandria Cardinals wearing the white jersey sweaters, black breezers, Buffalo dark jerseys, dark breezers, white numerals on both the front and the back and the sleeves, and the nameplates on the back of the Buffalo uniforms. Face-off Won by Alexandria. The Cardinals' Jersey Severson gets it ahead. Working in now is Emily Doherty. She tried to work her way to the net. Buffalo was able to keep her wide, and now the puck is out of the zone. Coming back the other way is Auden Molesky, and she'll backhand a pass in. Now Alexandria will regain control. Here comes Tegan Cullen up for Alexandria. Cullen in deep, has it behind the net. Still with the puck is Tegan Cullen, now looking to drop it off. Buffalo intercepts and plays it back to neutral ice. Now you've got Brecklin Ellingson and Skylar Thorson coming onto the ice as forwards for Alexandria. 2 of the 3 forwards out there, and they are joined by Emma Basson. And then the D partners are Peyton Revering and Casey Short, both juniors for Alexandria. Now Brecklin Ellingson will play it out of the zone. Hannah Rosso will try to drop it back in. 1-1 our score. We're a little more than a minute into overtime. Buffalo trying to knock off the higher-seeded Alexandria Cardinals. Here is a pass through by Basson, intended for Thorson, intercepted by Buffalo. Now Peyton Revering will drop the pass back in to the Alexandria, or into the Buffalo zone. Cardinals trying to set up their forecheck. Here's a shot by Brooklyn McPhail in traffic. Rebound, Thorson's shot is blocked. McPhail gets it over now. Revering will fire. That's on goal. Save made. Rebound in front. Scramble.
Oh, man.
Oh, my. The Cardinals could not get the game winner. Now McPhail puts it on goal. Scramble. And I believe the whistle blows as Tessa Qualley will fall on the biscuit there. Wow. Immense pressure by the Alexandria girls hockey team trying to get goal number 2, which would be golden for the Lady Cardinals. But instead, Tessa Qualley ups her save total to 42 on the night, and we will play on with 2 minutes and 2 seconds gone in the overtime.
Regardless of what happens tonight, you got to tip your hat at Qualley for what a game she's played.
Maya Dutton will take a shot. That gets blocked. Rebound is going to be played wide. It comes back behind the net. Alexandria trying to bring it out front. Jersey Severson is going to send it. Hensley Carlson fires toward the net. That goes wide. Now Emily Doherty will try to track it down. 1-1 our score in overtime. Pass gets intercepted. Here comes Avery Corbin back the other way. Corbin has it. She'll look to fire in traffic, and the save is made by Victoria Myers. She now has a dozen saves on the night. Lead pass ahead, and it's going to be too long for Maya Dutton. Icing got waved off, though. Dutton will track the puck down in the Buffalo zone. We're almost 3 minutes now into the overtime, tied at 1. Now a battle for possession. Ellingson trying to get it. Oh, my, there was a push in the back. And I tell you, an irate fan threw something out of the stands. I think there was a glove that came out, and the officials do not call a penalty, and somebody ends up losing their lid, and that's going to be sent over to the penalty box area. But now we're going to have a whistle here, and I think the face-off will be in neutral ice.
You know what, D-Mac, too? I know that the fans, we've seen fans on both sides here in the late stages of this game get upset because of no calls, but I'd rather see it that way than have some minor thing end a season for these girls. If you're going to let them play, let them play.
Now we've got a shot that goes wide on the attempt by Huddy. Rebound in front, scramble, and out front. Now another shot bounces a little bit wide off the stick of Gianna Horde. Buffalo trying to put some pressure on now in the Alexandria zone, trying to unlock a 1-1 tie. Next goal is a game winner in the section quarterfinals. Alexandria plays the puck out of the zone. It's going to come back the other way where Horde gets to it. Horde and Hannah Rosso are the defensive partners on the ice. They are now joined by the forward line of Sierra Dixon, along with Auden Molesky and Avery Corbin. Alexandria gaining possession. Corinta trying to get it now to one of her teammates. Now Quinn Hills has it, feeding in front for Kryle across the crease. Kryle got tied up. We're going to have a penalty coming up. And I believe the Cardinals are going to get the power play here.
And you have to call that one. I mean, she basically, I'm not a rodeo guy, but she did some sort of a takedown with that if you had a rope, you would have put her in a knot and put her on the ice. So you have to call that one.
Hannah Rosso will go off for hooking at 4:02 of the overtime. And Alexandria will be on the power play. The Lady Cardinals 0 for 2 with the player advantage tonight. Now out top, Tegan Cullen has the puck for Alexandria. In the slot area, she'll fire. That one got blocked. Cullen, Maya Dutton, Danica Waldorf, Emily Doherty, Brecklin Ellingson, your 5 skaters on the ice. Here's a wrist shot, save made. Long rebound comes out, Cullen gets it over to Doherty. 3.5 to go in the overtime. Shot, save made, and the puck tipped away over along the wall, and Buffalo will clear it back the other way. Buffalo has Ella Bruns and Bridget Kodish on for penalty kill. Now you've got Avery Corbin and Violet Huddy coming onto the ice. They are joined by D partners Lucy Sloan and Piper Stadola. Alexandria looking to regroup, but Corbin intercepts. Short-handed, she'll work in, and the puck poked off her stick by Cullen. Now Huddy, or actually it's Corbin getting it back, taking the shot, and Victoria Myers will make the save.
You know, that's something that Alexandria's got to watch out for. Obviously, one of their grade A scoring chances, they scored on the PK, and Buffalo just about had 2 more really good scoring chances there on the PK. So I know you want to end this, you want to end it right, but you got to make sure that you're playing your game.
Off the face-off, Alexandria controls the draw. The Lady Cardinals now have Anna Carinta, Jersey Severson, Emma Basson on the ice, Peyton Revering as well, along with Skylar Thorson. And again, Buffalo intercepts and plays with the puck in the Alexandria zone as Sloan tried to fire toward the net. That went wide, and Alexandria regains control. Still about 35 seconds to go in the Lady Cardinals power play. 2.5 minutes to go in overtime number 1. Alexandria waits to get back on side, and now it's going to be poked the other way by Violet Huddy, challenging Carinta. Now Carinta gets it up to Skylar Thorson. Her backhander now taken, and Emma Basson will sweep it in as Alexandria will get some different personnel onto the ice. Here's Lucy Sloan gaining possession of the puck. That gets intercepted. Emily Doherty will try to win a race here. Danica Waldorf there as well. Now the puck cycled around. Buffalo about ready to get back to full strength, and the Cardinals are unable to score that go-ahead goal on the power play. Now down to less than 2 minutes remaining in the overtime. Alexandria 1, Buffalo 1 in girls hockey. Win or go home for the Cardinals and the Bison. In deep, Alexandria has the puck. Now it's going to be taken here. Emma Basson trying to drop it off. Buffalo is able to intercept. Shots on goal unofficially, nearly a 3-1 edge for Alexandria in terms of the ratio. Anna Carinta trying to gain possession for a shot, but the puck got poked off her stick. We're now down to 1:20 to go in the OT. Now a battle for possession. Alexandria trying to control it along the right wall. Sent over into the direction of Carinta. Now taking it here is Hensley Carlson. Now Buffalo will play it wide, and it's played up the left half wall. Carinta is able to keep it in for the Lady Cardinals. Now cycled around over to the left side here. Last minute of overtime in progress here. Wraparound attempt, save made, and now a scramble in the slot area. Cullen will have it. She's got it in the left face-off circle, takes the shot, and that goes a little bit wide. Kept in by Brooklyn McPhail. Her shot into traffic is wide. Now Cullen gets it back. Her shot is going to be saved. Scramble in front, and it's going to be intercepted. Buffalo's able to clear it out of the zone. Brooklyn McPhail will send it over to Tegan Cullen. Then it's going to be sent back in. 20 seconds to go in overtime number 1. We still have not had the golden goal in tonight's game. Brooklyn McPhail will go back to get the puck back around her own blue line. Only a handful of seconds remaining now in this first session. Buffalo will take a shot right before the buzzer, and Victoria Myers knocks it down, and we have reached the end of the first overtime. So we did not have any scoring in the 8-minute overtime session. Now the players will head back to their respective locker rooms. And from this point forward, it's almost like the continuation of a game. You'll have the ice resurface. The players will go back, get some rest, probably a little bit of fluids. 59 minutes is simply not enough to determine the winner in this Section 8 AA girls hockey quarterfinal. Through the first overtime, we remain deadlocked. Alexandria 1, Buffalo 1. JJ, are you ready to turn this into a filibuster here? Because we are all caught up on our spot breaks, and I really don't necessarily want to go into the next spot break until this game has been settled. So.
Yeah, we'll have to filibuster then, won't we?
Yep, I think that is the option for us here. So just looking at some of the numbers in terms of the shots on goal through the end of overtime, I think Alexandria put 10 shots on the Buffalo net in the first overtime. Buffalo was able to put a total of 4 shots on goaltender Vicky Myers. So through the 59 minutes of completed game tonight, Alexandria has the edge in shots on goal at 47-16. So again, I think both teams continuing to work hard. Honestly, we want to see Alexandria move on selfishly because we follow the Alexandria Cardinals. We would like to see them make a major playoff push. Correct. And we think that Alexandria is capable of playing with any of the teams that they face in this section. But I think we're seeing from the Buffalo Bison tonight, they might have only won one late conference game, and that was at the end of the regular season. But this is a good Buffalo team. If they're going down, it's not without the efforts of Tessa Qualley in goal. I don't know if this is the best game of her senior year, but it's got to rank pretty high.
Yeah, it's got to be a special time for her in the net right now. And like I said earlier, again, we want to see Alexandria go on, but just for the sheer fact of Qualley and how she's played, I'd feel a little bit bad for her as well if it ends up being one that gets past her. But Alexandria's done just about everything they can do. They've thrown everything except for the kitchen sink at her tonight, and she's been able to turn it away. Alexandria and Buffalo both are showing you exactly how important this section stuff is. This is special time. These girls don't want their seasons to end. They don't want in some respects, they don't want their careers to end. But this is fun hockey. This is why we do all those road trips and everything during the year, right, D-Mac?
Yeah, exactly. And I think, even talking with Molly Arola ahead of time, as she was our guest during our Jotner Motors pregame show, which aired about 2 hours ago now. Actually, we started the Jotner Motors pregame show almost 2.5 hours ago.
Right.
And again, we don't have a winner as of yet, so we're going to continue on our coverage into the 9 o'clock hour here.
Do we get overtime?
I don't believe we're paid by the hour. So the nice try, though. So
hey, right.
I can make that appeal with the powers that
there
be.
You go.
But I think, whether we get a goal in the first minute of the second overtime or we play into overtime number 5 tonight, I think our per diem is going to be the same. But, Coach Arola was very complimentary of Buffalo. She notes that, Buffalo's sitting there with 7 wins and, the 5 ties. And it's interesting, all 5 of those ties came during the second half of the schedule. And I know that Edina clobbered Buffalo 11-0. I think Edina's got 9 potential Division I hockey players on their roster. And, Edina will be a major force if the Hornets do make the state tournament. But, a lot of these Buffalo games, down the stretch have been very similar to what we have here. Some of those ties were 1-1, maybe a 2-2 there. But, Buffalo's been pretty stingy, not scoring a lot of goals, but not giving up a lot of goals.
But I'm a big believer, D-Mac, that you learn a lot more from those 11-0 losses than you do from like a 10-0 win. You just do. And I think the way Molly approaches this, and obviously the way Coach Huddy, at least the way, with the conference he's in, that's the type you want to be challenged all year long for this, exactly for this. You know, and it makes these girls tough when it comes down to playing these games that, you know, I know a lot of people like to win trophies and they like to go to, you know, state tournaments and things like that, but when it comes down to it, you know, making your kids better hockey players is playing tougher schedules, and that's exactly the way they look at it when you come to playing Double-A. I think we're going to see our schedules get a lot tougher going forward.
Well, you know, it's interesting because in a sense, while Alexandria is a full-fledged member of the Central Lakes Conference, they could have been by proxy a partial member of the Lake Conference this year.
Right.
Because Alexandria played Maple Grove, which is in the Lake Conference. They played Wayzata, also a Lake Conference member. Their first win of the year was against North Wright County, St. Michael, Albertville, and Monticello. That's a Lake Conference member school. And then, of course, they had the win against Buffalo. So Alexandria went 2-2 against the Lake Conference this year. So they are actually playing a fair amount of teams. And it's nice that the Maple Groves and the Wayzatas of the world want to have Alexandria on their schedule because they know it's going to be good competition. And Malia Roland knows that when you get the opportunity to play a Lake Conference school, that's going to be some great competition.
Absolutely. And when you look at this wall to the north that we have in the arena, I mean, you see why people want to play Alexandria girls hockey. I mean, since the inception, they have been a team that has just gotten better and better and better, and that's a testament to, you know, Coach Arola, the association, all the girls that have went through that program and this program. They have put Alexandria on the map as a girls hockey program, and it hasn't changed because I know we've only went to one state tournament since we've been a Double-A team, but it's one of those situations where you never want to really face Alexandria.
A little bit of irony here, and I'll throw the nuggets of information out. Actually, I'll share them after I make sure that we stay legal. You are listening to People Radio, KXRA Alexandria, 1490 AM, 100.3 FM, and 105.7 FM. We have audio through the Voice of Alexandria app. We appreciate you watching our live broadcast coverage on the Voice of Alexandria YouTube channel. You can access that channel from our homepage online at voiceofalexandria.com. JP Bolin is our videographer for the YouTube broadcast tonight. Jackson is our KXRA radio studio engineer. And along with Jeff James, I am DMAC Dave McClurg. We have reached the end of one overtime, and we do not have a winner as of yet. 59 minutes of hockey have been played, and right now Alexandria and Buffalo are tied 1-1. Scoring recap to this point, Maya Dutton with the Alexandria goal at 10:18 of the second period. It was her 13th goal of the year. Emily Doherty assisted on the goal, and that was her 16th helper of the year. Buffalo then tied the game less than 2 minutes after that. Short-handed, freshman Violet Huddy scored her 6th goal of the year, and defenseman Piper Stadola got the assist. And that's where we're at right now. 1-1 our score. Alexandria to this point of the hockey game has outshot Buffalo 47-16. 10 shots for the Cardinals in period 1, 12 in the second, 16 in the third. 10 shots on goal in the 8 minutes of overtime number 1. Buffalo's shots on goal through the 59 minutes. 4 shots in the first, 6 in the second, 2 in the third, 4 in the 8-minute overtime. Penalties in the game, 3 minors for 6 minutes for Buffalo, 2 minors for 4 minutes for Alexandria. Neither team has converted on the power play, and again, Buffalo's goal was a special teams goal, the shorthanded score by Violet Huddy. But as I get back to my stream of conscious thought, if you will, when Alexandria advanced to the state girls hockey tournament in Double-A 5 years ago, I know you are not broadcasting with me on a regular basis. I believe that was the last winter that Bob Kniff joined me as a full-time broadcaster. Of course, that was through the global pandemic known as COVID-19. But do you recall where Alexandria got seated in the section that year?
Yeah. Wasn't it number 3?
It was number 3.
Wasn't it like several overtime games. And
yeah, it turned out the semifinal game that year in Brainerd, after Alexandria beat the St. Cloud Crush in the quarterfinals here. I want to say that might have been a 6-3 game or something like that. Alexandria trailed Brainerd Little Falls 1-0 until deep in the third period. The Lady Cardinals scored the tying goal with, I believe, about 1 second on the clock in the third period. So Alexandria was mere milliseconds from having its season come to an end. They scored the tying goal in the late stages of regulation, and then I believe it was Emily Doherty's older sister, Anna, who got the game-winning goal in the second overtime. Alexandria knocked off Brainerd Little Falls 2-1, and then less than 48 hours later on a Saturday afternoon up in Roseau,
yep.
Alexandria beats Roseau 2-1 on the Rams' home ice, as Roseau was the number 1 seed in the section that year. And so Alexandria knocked off a 6, a 2, and a 1 to get on to state. It could very well be that if Alexandria is going to make the state class AA girls hockey tournament this year, they would have to do it by knocking off a 6, then then they would play a 2 in Moorhead, and then, maybe Bemidji later on in the tournament as a number 1. Ironically, that year, Alexandria only got to play 1 game in the state tournament,
and that was overtime because
yep.
I was one of the lucky people to get a ticket because it was very limited.
Yep, I believe the attendance limit was less than 200 at the then XL Energy Center in St. Paul. And ironically, Alexandria tied that game up against Minnetonka in the closing seconds of regulation, and then Minnetonka would ultimately go on to win the game, I think, in a second overtime.
Yep.
And the Skippers would go on. I think Minnetonka then lost its next game, and that was the year, because of the attendance restrictions and different things like that, basically the state girls hockey tournament was single elimination. So even if you lost in the semifinals, your season came to an end. I know the boys hockey state tournament was that way. The boys basketball state tournament was that way. And that year, Alexandria's boys basketball team made a stirring comeback at Target Center against Richfield in the Class AAA state semifinals. They came back with from a 15-point deficit with under 4 minutes to go. The guy who kicked the game-winning extra point in the national championship game for Montana State back in January, Miles Sandstead, hit a game-winning 3-point shot for Alexandria to beat Richfield at Target Center. Now, never mind, Chet Holmgren's Minnehaha Academy team blasted Alexandria in the state title game a couple of days later. But, boy, that was fun to see Alexandria make the state boys basketball championship game. And it was fun to see Alexandria go on a postseason run. But, again, outside of that quarterfinal game in 2021 in Section 8 AA, Alexandria was in nail-biters every time throughout. For this year's Alexandria team, if they're going to stack multiple playoff games, it could very well be these are all going to be nail-biters as well.
Well, we're starting off with one for sure.
Yeah.
So
we're hoping it's more than one.
Let's hope it's more than one.
But again, we're kind of selfish, a little bit biased. We want to see Alexandria do well. All due respect to the Buffalo Bison. Buffalo has played an excellent hockey game tonight, and their goaltender, Tessa Qualley, a night to remember, but she would like her season to go on at least one more round. So again, we now put 17 minutes on the clock. So this is, in essence, going to be a full period. Goaltender Tessa Qualley will be off to our left. So Alexandria will flow right to left in this second overtime. Victoria Myers off to our right. Alexandria wins the opening draw. The Cardinals have their forward line of Emily Doherty, Maya Dutton, and also Jersey Severson on the ice, along with defensive partners Danica Waldorf and Tegan Cullen. Alexandria gets the surge into the Buffalo zone. Here is Dutton trying to play the puck. She'll send it back behind the net over to the left wall. Of course, the Zamboni has resurfaced the ice, so it's now a fresh ice service to start overtime number 2. Now the puck ahead up to the blue line on the Alexandria side. Waldorf will play the puck over to Cullen. She'll spin away from the pressure of Bridget Kodish. And Alexandria's Tegan Cullen will now skate out. She'll go from one blue line to the other. She gets met along the wall, and Buffalo regains control. Now the Bison push the puck back to neutral ice. We're now a minute into the second overtime, remaining tied at 1. Violet Huddy will take a shot, knocked down by the goaltender Victoria Myers. And now we're going to have a penalty coming up here as an Alexandria player goes down, and it might be that the Lady Cardinals are going to get another power play.
Is that Niemela?
Yeah, I believe it's Senya
Niemela.
Who gets sent to the box for tripping at 1:04 of the second overtime. So, fourth power play chance for Alexandria in this game. Can the Lady Cardinals convert to move on? Emily Doherty, Brecklin Ellingson, Maya Dutton on for the power play, along with Tegan Cullen and one other forward. Here's Doherty feeding it across. Now a bouncing puck goes wide of the goal. And I think you've got Danica Waldorf on for this power play. Here's a pass across, scramble, and a one-timer by Dutton gets stopped by Quali. Quali Real Estate brings you the instant replays on our YouTube channel. Again, no relation to the Buffalo goaltender, whose last name is spelled with 5 letters starting with a Q. Q-U-A-L-E. Quali Real Estate in Alexandria, K-V-A-L-E. Off the face-off, the Cardinals control the draw on the power play. Cullen's shot blocked, and now Buffalo will take the long rebound, and Avery Corbin will send it the other way. Corbin and Violet Huddy are on for penalty kill, joined by defensive partners Lucy Sloan and Piper Stadola. We're now 40 seconds into the Alexandria power play. 1-1 our score in overtime number 2. Tegan Cullen gives the puck ahead now to Emily Doherty working in. She'll drop it off. One-timer for Brecklin Ellingson goes high. Peyton Revering with the follow. That's intercepted, and Buffalo will clear it back the other way. Now you've got Anna Corinta and Emma Basson getting onto the ice, joined by Jersey Severson. Peyton Revering stays out there, as does Skylar Thorson. Now down to 50 seconds in the player advantage for Alexandria. Buffalo scored its lone goal in regulation shorthanded. Now coming in, here's a chance. A shot by Ella Bruns, the save made by the goaltender Vicky Myers. Now a scramble as Buffalo's trying to locate the puck. Alexandria will clear it out. Anna Corinta takes it across center ice. Now into the offensive zone, the puck poked away. Buffalo doing reasonably well on this penalty kill here, not really allowing Alexandria to get into any flow. Down to 20 seconds to go on the Cardinal power play. We're nearly 3 minutes into the second overtime, tied at 1. The next goal puts the team that scores into the next round. Emily Doherty in deep. Sends it out now. Here's a shot by Gimbel, a bouncing puck that gets blocked over into the corner. Buffalo now gets back to full strength. Doherty's going to keep the puck in the Buffalo zone as it goes around over toward the left half wall. Hannah Rosso will now play it ahead for the Bison. Now it's going to be taken here. Senya Niemela will cross center ice, and she'll play the puck into the Alexandria end. We're now 3.5 minutes into overtime number 2. Tied at 1. Again, we play on tonight until we have a game-winning goal. Alexandria looking to work the puck out of its own end, but here is Kodish handling the puck, and she'll center it, and it is going to be stopped by goaltender Victoria Myers. Face-off will be coming up in the Alexandria zone. The Cardinals will have their defensive partners of Danica Waldorf and Tegan Cullen out there. Looks like Jersey Severson, Bentley Kreil, and Anna Corinta are the forwards. Lead pass ahead. Here is Bentley Kreil trying to win a race the other way, and the goaltender, Quali, is going to stop the puck before Kreil can pounce on it. But that will create a face-off now in the Buffalo Bison zone.
You know, and especially important, taking care of the puck in these overtime games. One mistake can be the difference.
Oh, no doubt. And the puck down on the face-off dot, and Alexandria trying to gain control, battle for possession. And here's Corinta sending it across. One-timer, and oh my, that missed the net. I thought it might have gone into the upper corner, but the Cardinals denied the game-winning goal. Kept in by Danica Waldorf. Now Bentley Kreil will track it down. She's going to send it to Anna Corinta. Now it bounces off the left wall. Buffalo's going to take it the other way. Now the Bison will slide the puck in. Avery Corbin will get it back into the Alexandria zone. Shots on goal unofficially for the night. 49 for Alexandria, 19 for Buffalo. But right now it's a 1-1 hockey game, and the next goal will be the game winner. Now it's back into the Buffalo zone. Hannah Rosso trying to play it up the left side. Cardinals looking to forecheck. Here's a shot that goes a little bit wide. Bounce off the back wall. Emily Doherty trying to track it down. Now it's going to be played out of the zone. Trying to battle the other way is Savannah Sobraski for the Buffalo Bison. Now Alexandria in with a rush. Pass a little bit behind Quinn Hills. She'll center it across. That goes into the corner. Rosso will play it out of the zone. It's going to come the other way, and I believe nobody touched it, so we're going to have icing on Buffalo. Face-off will be coming up in the Bison zone as we are now a little more than 5 minutes into the second overtime. So we have played 64 full minutes of hockey without determining a winner. Both teams scored in period number 2, and we remain tied 1-1. Face off to the left of the goaltender, and the Cardinals win the draw. Here's a shot by Emma Basson right into the glove of Qualley, and we'll have a face-off again. Right now you've got Basson, I think Brecklin Ellingson, and Skylar Thorson on the ice as your forwards. Buffalo's going to counter with the forward line of Bridget Kodesh, Senya Nimala, and Violet Huddy. Huddy and Ellingson battling for the draw. And the Bison try to play it along the wall. A bouncing puck. The Cardinals get it. Now taking it is Emma Basson. Basson now out. Here's a shot that goes wide. The puck bounced off the back of the net. And now it's cycled around. Basson working for the puck. Skylar Thorson gets in there as well. Violet Huddy trying to do some work. Buffalo will get the puck out, and it's going to come on the goaltender, Victoria Myers, who will stop it as Alexandria will look to bring it out of the zone. Now Buffalo will try to get its forecheck going. Here's Nimala trying to handle the puck here. Now the Cardinals regain control, and now Anna Corinta has it for Alexandria, but she's pinned down deep in her own end. Corinta will try to send it up the left side. Now for Quinn Hills with a burst of steam. Hills takes the shot and scores! It's a game winner for the senior Quinn Hills. And Alexandria is moving on in the Section 8 AA Girls Hockey Tournament.
Wow, and what a shot. If you're going to beat Qualley, that's how you're going to do it. Right up in the... right as tight in the corner as you can get it over her glove. And what a shot, what a win for the Alexandria Cardinals.
Quinn Hills with her 13th goal of the year, and it, my friends, is a game winner. The time of the goal, 6:17 in the overtime, and with that, Alexandria moves on. Sudden victory for the Lady Cards in overtime. Tonight's final on the Glenwood State Bank scoreboard reads Alexandria 2, Buffalo 1 in double overtime. The Bison have their season end with a final record of 7-14-5. Alexandria is moving on now with a record of 19-5-1, heading to Moorhead to play in the Section 8 AA semifinal on Saturday evening at 6 o'clock. So happy news for Alexandria Cardinal faithful inside Old National Bank Arena at the Prime West Health Runestone Community Center. Again, the final in the second overtime. Alexandria prevails over the Buffalo Bison by a score of 2-1. So we're going to take a break. We're going to get rolling in just a couple of minutes with our Jutner Motors post-game show. I'll head downstairs to visit with a player of the game. We'll have the scoring recap and much, much more straight ahead. Again, an exciting contest at the Prime West Health Runestone Community Center as Alexandria prevails in overtime number 2 over the Buffalo Bison 2-1. Right now, let's take a break, and we will enjoy these words from our boosters of Alexandria Cardinals sports coverage.
Do you want to do?
Hi, I'm Mark Lee from Mark Lee Excavating and Asphalt and Paving. I'm looking for experienced, hardworking people to join my company. When you work for us, you'll be home every night, no overnight hotels. Give me a call and visit my website, because we're hiring and we want to talk to you about your next career with us.
Life can sometimes feel like you're navigating through construction. You hit a detour, run out of gas, or you're going the wrong way on a one-way street. But Lakeland Mental Health Center is here to help you get back to the right path. Visit lmhc.org. Help today for a better tomorrow.
Where you start today is not where you'll finish tomorrow. At Alexandria College, we know you have big plans for the future. Find your calling and be a legend.
Dentistry at the Center knows all about busy schedules, and that's one of the best things about having 3 dentists. We have more appointment times available, so we can see you sooner. So, for dentist appointments to fit your schedule better, come see the friendly folks at Dentistry at the Center.
I'm a nurse at heart. I went into this to take care of other people.
What we say as nurses and as teammates matters here.
Come on over, you'll love it. You will get to experience so many things and help many people.
Cardinals fans, did you know that Cenex Midtown Express has a gas pump designated to support Alexandria Public Schools? For each gallon purchased, 2 cents will be donated to the schools. Pump up your pride at Cenex, your local hometown choice in Alexandria and Garfield. Owned by the community, supporting the community. As the seasons change, so do the needs of your car. That's when Alexandria drivers turn to Mike and Josh at Precision Auto. From simple tune-ups to major repairs, trust a pro. Precision Auto on 8th and Nokomis, Alexandria.
Trum Drug has things in every aisle that you won't find anywhere else, and many of them are made right here in Minnesota. Stop in and grab something for yourself, a friend, or family. Trum Drug, locally owned, locally loved.
If you haven't experienced all new Woodies, you're missing out on the best clean in town.
We installed all new equipment and high suction vacuum service,
but kept our personalized touch with our pre-wash and hand drying service.
Get your shine on
at Woody's Car Wash in the heart of downtown Alexandria.
Who do you turn to if you or a loved one is experiencing a mental health crisis? We're here. Region 4 South Mobile Crisis Team will come to you by calling 701-364-0431.
Fresh, family, locally loved. Eldon's Fresh Foods. Eldon's Fresh Foods.
I just get a great satisfaction when I hear the relief in a customer's voice that they've been helped. They always feel it's an inconvenience when they call us. It's like, it's never an inconvenience. We love helping our customers.
At Viking Bank, we're invested in your journey.
Inside the Prime West Health Runestone Community Center on this Thursday evening, the Alexandria Cardinal Girls hockey team is moving on in the Section 8 AA tournament. The Lady Cards get a goal in the second overtime and earn the victory over Buffalo 2-1. Welcome to our Jutner Motors postgame report as we come to you from Alexandria's RCC. I am DMAC Dave McClurg. We're going to have Jeff James join us in our next segment, but I've come down below to have the opportunity to visit with our Quality Toyota Cardinal Athlete Player of tonight's game. Again, many worthy candidates, but only apropos that the person that settled matters is our postgame guest right now. That is senior forward Quinn Hills. Our postgame interview is being brought to you by Quality Toyota of Fergus Falls. How far would you drive for a great deal from Quality Toyota? What's your number? Check out their selection the next time you visit the Quality Toyota showroom on West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls, or visit online anytime at qualitytoyota.net. Quinn, I'm going to ask you the number question as we get back together with you. if we have people that are listening on the radio and they're not able to see you on our YouTube channel, when you suit up on game night, what is your jersey sweater number?
I'm number 23.
Excellent. Has that been your jersey number now for a couple of years? Or?
Yes.
Very good. Any preference as to why you stayed with 23 for your senior year?
No, I just had it when I was a little kid, so.
All right. Well, I know a number of outstanding athletes have worn number 23. I guess I think of LeBron James and Michael Jordan among the basketball players and so on. But Quinn, first of all, congratulations. You had a burst of speed up the ice and settled matters. Are you able to put into words what you were able to do just minutes ago to get this game won for your Alexandria Cardinals?
I mean, I just wanted to get it down the ice and get a shot off, so that somewhat of a try, and then I don't remember the rest.
Yeah, it all becomes a blur. I mean, is it possible to put into words what was running through your mind, when you saw that shot go upstairs into the back of the net? I would guess this has to be one of the biggest lifetime memories you have in your life for hockey.
Yeah, I'm just glad that I was able to do it for my team, and we had some ups and downs, but I was just glad to get it done.
Quinn, this was a game, your team really put a lot of pressure on Buffalo throughout much of the night. I think in the game, Alexandria outshot the Bison something like 53-21 or something along that lines. Tessa Qualley, to her credit, had a whale of a night in goal. How would you, sum up what your team was able to generate offensively against Tessa, as she would end up making north of 50 saves in this game?
Yeah, I think we got a lot of shots off on her, and we were able to crash the net, and she was a really good goalie, and she saved a lot of shots. So I think we just needed to pick somewhere to shoot the puck or get the rebound, get a messy goal. So
ultimately, you were able to work up the ice. I've been impressed watching you throughout the course of the year. I know you're an outstanding cross-country runner and a track and field athlete. I feel you use some of that speed when you get on skates as well. Do you like to think of yourself as one of the speedier skaters on the ice suiting up for the Cardinals?
Yeah, I mean, I get told it a lot, but I think we're all pretty fast when we set our minds to it, and that we just need to keep telling ourselves that we're just as fast as every other team, if not faster.
Quinn, we had a scenario here where the scoring in regulation was done pretty quick. I mean, your team got the momentum with the Maya Dutton goal, and then Buffalo scores the shorthanded goal less than 2 minutes after that. And then your score comes basically about an hour to an hour and a half of real time after the two scores in regulation. Can you tell us a little bit about the mindset of the team, how you were feeling and how your teammates were feeling on the bench, as that game goes into overtime, and then you even play 8 minutes, can't find the winning goal there, so you go back into the locker room. What's the mood like, after that first overtime intermission when you're kind of regrouping to get ready for overtime too?
Yeah, definitely telling ourselves to breathe and take a deep breath, but then telling ourselves that we got it and being confident, because we were obviously out shooting them, and for the most part we're taking it to them on the ice, so we just needed to be confident and work hard for each other.
Buffalo might have ended the season with a final record of 7-14-5, but they get in that late conference where they're playing Wayzata a couple of times, Edina once, Minnetonka once. So that record, in my opinion, is a little bit deceiving. But do you think, fortunately you get another quality opponent on the schedule, but there are no easy opponents in this section right now?
No, definitely not. And we just need to work hard no matter who we're playing, no matter what name is on the front of that jersey. We just need to play our own game and work as hard as we can.
Our guest right now is Quinn Hills from the Alexandria Cardinal Girls hockey team. She would score the game-winning goal in the second overtime as Alexandria prevailed over Buffalo 2-1, and that vaults Alexandria into Moorhead on Saturday to play the Spuds in a Section 8 AA semifinal. Regarding the year that's been so far, Quinn, your team now stands at 19-5-2. Or 19-5-1. The tie was up in Bemidji last week. More importantly, though, 1-0 in the section tournament. Why has this team had so much success as it has had throughout the course of the year?
We're just a really good family. We support each other through the hard, through the easy, through all the tough skates at practice, and we just love each other so much, and we want to do it for each other, not just ourselves.
It would seem to me that each team's chemistry is a little bit different from year to year, but is there a special chemistry going on with this Alexandria girls hockey team?
Yeah, I think definitely we respect each other and we love each other, and we know that we can't do it alone, so we have to work together, and that's been a big part of our season and our wins.
Quinn, as it turns out, Alexandria and Moorhead will be playing for the third time in less than a month. It was just last week that Moorhead came down here and your team blanked the Spuds 4-0. 12 days before that, Moorhead defeated Alexandria up at the Moorhead Sports Center 4-1. I know Moorhead ended Alexandria's season last year in the section semifinals, but how excited are you to have another opportunity to play the defending section champions?
Yeah, I'm super excited and just ready to come out there and work as hard as we can and just forget about the seasons before us and the 2 games that we've played already, and know that section time is a whole new season and that everyone's working and everyone's trying to win every single game. So
I know that, it is a new season all told, but now you've got a game under your belt. Unlike last year, we had 8 teams in the section, so everybody played in the quarterfinals. Moorhead and Bemidji had the night off. Do you think that's a benefit to get playoff jitters out of the way tonight and you can go in, relaxed and confident knowing the task at hand?
Yeah, I think definitely tonight was a big, first period. We had a lot of jitters and we were nervous, but I think as we just moved through the game and then on to Moorhead on Saturday, we just need to relax and be confident in ourselves and be confident in our teammates.
Quinn, regarding, the Moorhead Spuds, obviously they seem to play very, very well in their home building. One of your 2 losses since December, early December, your team has had just 2 losses, and one of those was up at the Moorhead Sports Center. But what has to go differently up there this time around compared to that game on January 15th?
I think on January 15th, we were nervous. It was our first time playing them, and it was late in the season. And so I think if we just go in confident, and also every rink is same amount of distance, same amount of width. So we just need to play our own game and worry about ourselves and not what's going on around us.
Strange as it might seem, because you had some weather postponements back in December, the game at Moorhead was the first of the 2 head-to-head meetings. In retrospect, has it been good that you're seeing Moorhead twice late in the regular season and now another opportunity still fairly fresh in your minds about the previous meetings?
Yeah, I think the first one came to a shock and we weren't almost ready for it. And then when we played them again, it brought our confidence back and we were ready to go. And we know how they play now, and we know that it was towards the end of the season and they're at their best and we're at our best. So it was fun.
Quinn, I'll talk to you a little bit as we get into the break here, but thanks so much for the time. Big congrats to you. I've been so impressed by your on-ice play all season long. I'm glad for you and your senior teammates the season gets extended. We'll see you up in Moorhead on Saturday.
Okay, thank you.
There is Quinn Hills, our quality Toyota Cardinal athlete player of tonight's game. She would score the game-winning goal in the second overtime as Alexandria prevails over the Buffalo Bison 2-1. We're going to take a break, and then we'll be back with more of our Jartner Motors post-game report after this timeout.
What's your number?
We drove 25 miles to get a great deal at Quality Toyota.
I drove 7 miles to get a great deal from Quality Toyota.
Quality Toyota.
When you come to Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill, you can count on great food, over 30 beers on tap, and a creative drink menu.
Come join us today at Fat Daddy's Bar and Grill in Alexandria.
Good service, good friends, and a great place to eat.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
First Western. You can bank on us.
Better water starts with EcoWater. Get started today and discover EcoWater's products and expertise for the perfect solution. Visit WeFixWaterMN.com with offices in Alexandria, Fergus Falls, Glenwood, and Morris.
Being locally owned here at the Culvers of Alexandria, Charles Johnson and myself, John Loomis, are very proud to be a part of the community. We enjoy the time we get to spend here, the memories we've made, and we're excited to see you after the game when you need to refuel.
Go Cardinals!
Resorters Marine in Oseques. Check us out for new and used boats, pontoons, UTVs, and golf carts. For the whole outdoors, shop us first, shop us last, just shop us. Resorters Marine and Outdoors in Oseques.
I just get a great satisfaction when I hear the relief in a customer's voice that they've been helped. They always feel it's an inconvenience when they call us. It's like, it's never an inconvenience. We love helping our customers.
At Viking Bank, we're invested in your journey.
For over 30 years, Northland Buildings has been providing quality post-frame buildings to customers, serving clients across the upper Midwest since 1994. Northland Buildings. Quality buildings built tough for the Northland.
Northland Building. Fresh, family, locally loved. Eldon's Fresh Foods. Eldon's Fresh Foods.
Who do you turn to if you or a loved one is experiencing a mental health crisis? We're here. Region 4 South Mobile Crisis Team will come to you by calling 701-364-0431.
If you haven't experienced all new Woodies, you're missing out on the best clean in town.
We installed all new equipment and high suction vacuum service.
But kept our personalized touch with our pre-wash and hand drying service.
Get your shine on
at Woody's Car Wash in the heart of downtown Alexandria.
We welcome you back inside the Prime West Health Runestone Community Center, where the Alexandria girls hockey team is moving on. The Lady Cardinals defeat the Buffalo Bison in overtime. A second overtime required. Quinn Hills, our postgame guest, gets the game-winning goal at the 6:17 mark of the second overtime. So ultimately that would be 65 minutes and 17 seconds of game time before we determine the winner. Quinn Hills with her 13th goal of the year. Anna Carinta got the lone assist on the game winner, and Alexandria prevails by a final of 2-1. Jeff James, I say this tongue firmly in cheek, just another night at the office in the Section 8 AA tournament.
Right. If that doesn't get your juices pumping, I don't know what will. That was a heck of a game, and obviously we're a little bit happier that it ended the right way. Hats off to the girls heading back to Buffalo and their parents. That was one heck of a game. I mean, you couldn't have asked for anything more from a 3-6 showdown than that. So great job to everybody involved, and I'm happy we're going to be able to get to go to Moorhead and see if we can put another one in the win column for us.
Well, we pointed out 5 years ago, Alexandria was able to make its only appearance in the Big School State Girls Hockey Tournament, and that year Molly Arola's Lady Cardinals were the number 3 seed. And they ultimately they did the 6-2-1 route to get on to state, and that could very well be what has to happen. Obviously, the Moorhead Spuds are going to try their best to interfere with that prospect Saturday evening at 6 o'clock. Scoring recap here, and then some other statistical numbers. The regulation scoring was done in a very brief span in the second period. Maya Dutton broke the scoreless tie, putting the Cardinals on top 1-0 with her 13th goal at 10:18 of the second. Emily Doherty got the lone assist. Shortly thereafter, Gianna Horde went to the penalty box on a hooking call, and the Cardinals went on the power play, but the power play did not work for Alexandria because Buffalo got its lone goal shorthanded. Freshman Violet Huddy scored her 6th goal of the year at 12:09. Piper Stadola was able to get the helper on the play. That was Stadola's 4th assist on the year. Shorthanded score at 12:09 made it 1-1. That would be the scoring through regulation time, and we had no scoring in the 8-minute overtime session. But then in the second overtime, Alexandria would net the even strength goal at 6:17. Quinn Hills with her 13th of the year, and Anna Corinta got assist number 14 to make the final. Alexandria 2, Buffalo 1 in the second overtime. Shots for the game. In the 2 overtimes combined, Alexandria put 14 on goaltender Tessa Qualley. Buffalo put 6 shots on goal against Alexandria senior netminder Vicky Myers. For the game, the Cardinals outshot Buffalo 52-18. So as Tessa Qualley wraps up her prep career as a goaltender for Buffalo High School, she would end her season, her senior year, with a 50-save performance. Incredible work by Tessa Qualley, even though she ends up taking the loss for the Buffalo Bison. Her final record ends up at 5-11-1 on the year. Her goals against number goes down from 2.85. Her save percentage number goes up from 902. Alexandria's Victoria Myers is now 19-5 on the year. She would end up making 17 saves in 65-plus minutes of hockey, yielding just the shorthanded goal that she was able to get an initial stop on, but there was enough strength on that Violet Huddy shot where the puck kind of slid across the goal line and into the corner of the net for that shorthanded goal in the second period. Penalties on the night. Buffalo had 4 minors for 8 minutes. Alexandria had 2 minors for 4 minutes. The Lady Cardinals were 0 for 4 on the power play, giving up a shorthanded goal. Buffalo was 0 for 2 on the power play in this game. Alexandria now stands at 19-5-1 on the year. Buffalo ends its year at 7-14-5. Jeff James, some final thoughts from you as part of our Juttner Motors post-game report.
Just, really proud of Alexandria and basically the tenacity that they had just coming after this game. Remember this one, enjoy it for the night, and get back on the ice tomorrow and get ready for a tough Spuds game.
Yeah, that's, the nice thing is that with Alexandria getting the win, the Cardinals will be back at the Prime West Health Runestone Community Center. Coach Molly Arola and her 2 assistants, Jeff Doherty and Pat Waldorf, get the opportunity to be back at the rink to practice with these kids. And, practices in February are not guaranteed once you get into the section tournament, because your first loss is the one that ends the season in sections. But fortunately for Alexandria, they will have the opportunity to practice and get ready for another challenge. I tell you, if somehow, some way, Alexandria goes 3 for 3 in the section tournament, and I know that's doing a heck of a lot of projecting, Molly Arola's team is going to earn that state tournament trip here.
Absolutely.
Every team that's left out of the 4 in the section's really, really good. Roseau, the number 4 seed, Alexandria, the 3, Moorhead, the 2, and Bemidji, the number 1. And the Lumberjacks and the Spuds will get rolling in the postseason come Saturday. Your playoff matchups will have Roseau at Bemidji for one section semifinal, Alexandria at Moorhead for the other section semifinal. That will be a 6 o'clock start. Our broadcast on our late media platforms will begin around 5:30 on Saturday afternoon from the Moorhead Sports Center. And I am going to throw out a precarious number here that might cause some Alexandria Cardinals fans' eyes to roll, but I'm going to throw it out there anyway, and maybe we have a DMAC jinx in reverse. Alexandria's lost 5 games out of 25 this year. 3 have been in the city limits of Moorhead, Minnesota. Alexandria is 0 for 3 in Moorhead this year. But if you're only going to win 1 game at Moorhead, might as well be on Saturday night.
It might as well be on Saturday night for sure.
So Moorhead has not necessarily been the chamber of horrors for the Alexandria Cardinals. Again, their loss is up at Moorhead. The first 2 games of the year, November 7th and 8th, a loss to Maple Grove, I believe, in overtime 2-1, and then a loss to the defending Class AA state champion Hill Murray Pioneers the following day 4-0. And then the other trip to Moorhead was just a few weeks back. I think it was basically 3 weeks ago tonight, where Alexandria traveled to Moorhead and lost to the Spuds at the Moorhead Sports Center 4-1. I know Moorhead is looking forward to having the opportunity for Alexandria to come into their building. And it's really intriguing. I look at some of these numbers. And in my opinion, Moorhead plays very, very well on its home ice. The Spuds seem to be a little bit of a different team on the road, but Moorhead doesn't have to worry about going on the road until a possible section final. And, but if Alexandria can put forth the effort like it did tonight, again, it's going to be tough to get goals on the board up there, but, it should be another fun game. And I don't know if 51 minutes is going to be enough.
Right, and it's something to look forward to, and I'm glad that we'll be up there to bring it to everybody.
Jeff, it was a pleasure to be along with you for the broadcast tonight. We'll look forward to seeing you on Saturday at the Moorhead Sports Center.
You as well, D-Mac. Have a good night.
That is Jeff James, my broadcast partner for Alexandria Cardinal hockey coverage in the wintertime and Alexandria Cardinal soccer coverage during the fall season. My thanks to all of the boosters of our Alexandria Cardinal sports coverage who brought you our broadcast tonight. Special thanks to Jutner Motors for presenting our post-game report. Jackson has been our KXRA radio studio engineer. JP Boleen has been our videographer on site from the Prime West Health Runestone Community Center. Our next game broadcast will be Friday evening, tomorrow night, from Alexandria Area High School's Poling Court. The Alexandria girls basketball team will host Brainerd at 7:15. Russ Henricks will join videographer JP Boleen and I for the call. Russ and I will describe it. JP will film it for our YouTube channel, and our coverage on the platforms will start around 6:45 Friday night with the Jutner Motors pregame show, and play-by-play will follow at 7:15. So again, we appreciate you tuning in, whether you joined us on our Voice of Alexandria YouTube channel or through KXRA Radio. For JP and Jeff James, Dave McClurg, repeating the final score again in varsity girls hockey. Quarterfinal round in the Section 8 AA tournament. Alexandria edges Buffalo in a second overtime. Final score, the Cardinals 2, the Bison 1. So long from inside Old National Bank Arena at the Prime West Health Runestone Community Center.